From a night one debacle where the Saints Twitter and Saints media around the globe went up in flames over the signing of defensive end Peyton Turner, to night two where the Saints normally do their damage, where they really get the meat of the class. We now headed to night two of the state of the Saints and the breakdown of the Black and Gold Breakdown podcast. Let's get it. What is going on, everybody? It is the one and only Who Dat Davis here for you. And if you don't know, you will go over here. We bleed black and gold until we are dead and cold. Thank you to everybody tuning in to join yours truly in night dos, number 2 of the NFL draft in this year, 2021. If you guys saw last night's show, then you know that I went to bed unhappy as hell for a number of reasons. But my earlier video from a couple hours ago, if you have not watched it yet, it will show that after I took a really good nap and took a really good pondering over the video footage, the tape, and the pro day of Peyton Turner, then I calmed down. I mellowed out, as did a lot of Saints fans when they really started digging into Peyton Turner and what he can offer this team defensively. And it's the upside is there. And the great part of it is the New Orleans Saints did not give up anything to get Peyton Turner. Yeah, they made a couple of calls. They made calls to Denver. They made calls to New York Giants to try to move up and get their guy. But it was apparently none of those calls bear fruit. But this is actually could be a good thing. I'm not going to say he's going to be Cam Jordan-esque, but he has been compared to Cam Jordan in terms of measurables. I'm not going to say he's going to be an impact. I'm saying I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that Peyton Turner can really turn the table and really have an instant impact. Can he do it? He can. He has all the tools. He has the length. He has the size. He has the athletic ability. Will he do it? It remains to be seen. I'll leave that for him to answer with this play. But now we get into night 2 of the NFL draft, and this is where the Saints really do their damage in terms of, when you look at the history of the New Orleans Saints, the only guy that really as a round one draft Bush, and that's been almost 15 years now, maybe even over that. But the more impact guys that make the roster come from rounds 2 through 4. You've got Teron Armstead, you got Alvin Kamara, you got Michael Thomas, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, round 4 last year. Jimmy Graham was one of them. You know, I'm pretty sure there's some other guys that made the team that were instant impact players that were taken in the later rounds that I haven't even thought of yet. But the point of what I'm trying to say is this is where the Saints do their damage. This is where we're going to see who is going to be considered the meat, the real bulk of this year's draft class. And I'm excited. I can't wait to see what happens. I got three positions of guess where I believe the Saints are going to address the corner today. They're going to address wide receiver. They're going to address linebacker. I have them taking a corner first and then a wide receiver and a linebacker last. I don't believe the linebacker is something they're going to really look at because they might have Quan Alexander coming back on a new deal, on a 1-year prove-it deal. And Zach Bond could really develop into something in terms of the playing in the nickel. He showed flashes of being able to do that, the most prominent one being that week 17 game against the Carolina Panthers. And he may be more than just Craig Robertson's replacement. We don't know yet. We really just don't know yet. But I really hope that if we don't address linebacker today, that they re-sign Quan Alexander. If we don't address corner today, then they sign Richard Sherman. They get him on the phone, reunite him with Chris Richards, who was responsible, in part to the Legion of Boom over in Seattle. Richard Sherman was part of that, and Chris Richards was a good part of that. I don't believe Richard Sherman, excuse me, I'm talking too fast. I don't believe Richard Sherman was part of the Legion of Boom. I might have my facts mixed up, but I'm sure you guys will let me know. Shout out to Empty Mind and Gaming. What's going on, Empty? This is my first time seeing you here. you may be a guy that was brought over from Big Smoke, Smoking Swat Tea. If so, welcome. I hope you enjoy your stay. I hope you enjoy the reactions you're most definitely going to be getting out of me, because you're going to be getting a lot of them. You got my boy Chosen. Chosen, I haven't seen you in a while, man. Chosen, how you been, brother? I hope you've been doing all right. I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts on Peyton Turner from last night. Do you think it was a good signing? If it was a bad signing, I'm still on the fence. I do believe that they could have taken him in round 2. It may have been a little bit of a reach, but hey, that's me. What about you guys? Oh, big TJ Jones. Okay, TJ Jones from State of the Saints podcast. Okay, you're a viewer of him coming over. Look, I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. Welcome. I know that I know TJ. Me and TJ go back and forth in terms of, really getting into some opinions with the Saints. I haven't been over there in a while because I've been over here grinding, getting myself up there. But I do be watching his stuff whenever I'm not doing anything. I haven't been able to call in for a while, but I hope to be able to give some more support. If you guys don't know who TJ Jones is, he lets you know right here. State of the Saints podcast. TJ Jones is really doing some big things over there. He's got some merch out. He's got sponsors. He's got people lined up to be guests. He's really good at what he does. He's got educated opinions that end up some of the time be turning out to be really good, or like end up being really true. So check out TJ Jones if you're too boring. If you're too bored of me, you know what I mean. Chosen says, I believe it was too early of a pick. Not a bad pick, but bad time. That I agree with that. I still believe it was a little bit of a reach getting Peyton Turner in round 1. But if he can really turn the table, if he can maintain that health, if he can have a better rookie year than Davenport has had in the last 2 years, then I believe I'm going to be eating crow, and happily so. Let's get into this. I believe Jacksonville is going to be on the clock this time at number 34. We got Roger Goodell. We're going to be ready to every pick. We're going to be talking about every pick, and who the Saints could be trading up to get in this round. It's very possible the Saints could trade up. They could trade up from the 60th spot, or they could trade up from the 98th spot, which I believe can be a more logical area when you're really considering that the amount of talent from 34 to 60 is still pretty considerable. But we could even see 2 trade-ups. You could see the Saints give up a next year's pick to trade up from 60 and give up their later rounds from rounds 5. They can trade up that way. You could also have the Saints trade up from the 98 spot. They can give up pick 133 and trade from 98 to somewhere in the 80 range. It's very possible. This is where the Saints really do their damage. I'm very, very much looking forward to it. A big reach for sure. He was definitely I'm still believing that he was a reach. As much as I'm optimistic of Peyton Turner really being a wreck outside of Cam Jordan, maybe being Cam Jordan's replacement. That's the talk on Saints Twitter. Peyton Turner being Cam Jordan's replacement. But we'll see. We'll see.
To Run DMC, Daryl DMC McDaniel.
Run DMC, really? Man, let's get this going. McDaniels, huh? Okay, that's cool. It's a big reach. I get it. I get that. This is going to be interesting. If the Saints are trading up, this would be a good night to do so. This would be a good night to do so. Get rid of your later picks. If you're not going to use them, they went on and said their draft board is relatively smaller compared to other teams. We'll see. We've already seen that they can have great success in the undrafted free agent market, getting guys like Shai Tuttle, Malcolm Roach, Marquez Callaway, guys like that nature. Keith Washington, who I believe can still have an impact on the team. Speaking of, do y'all believe Keith Washington is going to be a backup now? I think he's going to be a good backup for either Marshawn Lattimore or the future CB2 here. Keith Washington was a really good corner coming out of West Virginia before he got injured. I had him being a top 60 pick Keith Washington. He was really, really good. I think he had somewhere between 4 to 7 interceptions during his last year in West Virginia. Let's get JOK or Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. I don't think the Saints are going to end up getting him. From what I'm understanding, his measurables and his end up being a little undersized, even more so than Zach Bond. That's the talk of the town on Saints Twitter. When you're looking at Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, he's definitely more undersized than Zach Bond. When I'm looking at some of his pro day stuff, some of his measurables, his physicals and whatnot. So I don't believe they're even going to go Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, but I know somebody's going to take a chance on him because I believe he got snubbed. He definitely got snubbed coming out, not being a day one pick. He's definitely a day one pick. So anybody who gets him a night 2 is pretty much going to be the steal of the draft. In my opinion, he's criminally underrated. He plays bigger than his size. I don't think the Saints are going to end up going for him. I thought that Arizona was going to end up getting JOK. They like those hybrid guys that can play multiple spots on defense. Isaiah Simmons is the most recent name for Arizona. I thought they were going to go him, but now they went Zayvon Collins. Got Kyle Trask, Davis Mills, and Kellen Mond.
And he only started 11 games, but you know the talent. He was the number 1 recruit coming.
Davis Mills is a really underrated quarterback. He's underrated. He's not the athletic quarterback that Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence, or Zach Wilson is, but he's got fire. He's got fire in his eyes. He's very competitive. He can make the smart reads. He can make the throws. He can make the needed throws. But he's going to be a steal for somebody. He's probably going to be a backup to, let's see, Atlanta's not going to do so because they got their backup already. Carolina, no. Tampa Bay, no. Davis Mills could go to Washington football team. He can go to Seattle to back up Russell Wilson. He can back up Trevor Lawrence. He can back up the New York Giants. He can back up Zach Wilson. The possibilities are endless for Mills. He can even back up Matthew Stafford. He can back up Jared Goff in Detroit. We don't know, but he'd be considered probably the best backup in the league, and rightfully so. He's very underrated. Elijah Moore is still on the board. I think someone Elijah Moore for the Saints do. I don't think the Saints are going to get Elijah Moore, so I'm not going to really concern myself with that. You got Rondale Moore still on the board. You got Terrace Marshall. You've got Dwayne Eskridge. You've got Jonathan Adams Jr. out of Central Arkansas. You got Tutu Atwell. Tutu Atwell is the big burner. You got Nico Collins, the outside guy from Michigan. A lot of good receivers. This is another deep receiving draft. He's a 6'4" guy. If I'm the Saints, if I'm looking at one of these receivers, I'd look at 2 guys. I'd look at Dwayne Eskridge and Nico Collins. But I wouldn't be mad with any of them because they're outside guys. Some of them can also play slot. You got slot guys that can also be moved outside on certain schemes. But Nico Collins is a definite guy that can get down the field, that can take the top off a defense, and he's got the size to really go by a high point the football. Chosen says we should definitely get a corner, but if Marshall's available, you draft him, in my opinion. Terrace Marshall, I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at that whatsoever. And I'm still on the opinion of if they go wide receiver by pick 60, then they're going to go trade up from 98 to get their corner. If they don't address corner right now, they're going to go trade up from 98 to get their corner. That's my belief. And that would be really good. Think about it. From 60 to 98, a lot of talent by that point is going to be off the, especially where you're talking about the defense. A lot of guys ended up having to get cut because of COVID. So these corners are going to be flying off the board, but well beyond pick 60. So the Saints trading up from 98 to get their guy somewhere in the 80 or maybe even the 70 range, giving up the 98th pick, the 133rd pick, or maybe even maybe your 200 plus picks in the next year, probably in the next year third rounder, your conditional third round pick. That could be a logical trade that I would do.
We'll see. I mean, it could be
Either way, the Saints are going. I believe the Saints are going to trade up somewhere. The Saints are going to trade up somewhere where it'd be from 60 to get up in the top 50, or 98 get into the 80 or 70 range. I do believe we're going to see an aggressive move. And either way, they go corner receiver or receiver corner. I wouldn't be mad. I'd be pretty satisfied. What's going on, Dada? What's going on with you, man? How you feeling now that you had a full night of sleep? How you feeling now? Jaguars already had their pick in. Let's see who they got.
Yeah, we're producing game day features for you guys.
Mike Mayock is now reaching, says Nick Underhill as of 24 minutes ago. That's crazy, dog.
In the right way with space. He wants guys in space. Right. And look, can I get speed? And can you be elusive? Can you cover guys in space? Right. That's about what it is. And it's part of the game. And that was 5-6 years ago.
Oh, JC Horn isn't happy. JC Horn isn't happy because of the lack of coverage on his son. And honestly, I can't blame Joe. I can't blame Joe at all. There's not many Panthers fans are happy they drafted J.C. Horn. I mean, why wouldn't you be happy about that? Like J.C. Horn was probably the best man coverage corner in the entire Jazz. I had him better than Patrick Surtain. What's going on? What's up, Jags? I'm really happy for Jacksonville. I'm happy for Jacksonville, y'all.
In the 2021 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Tyson Campbell, DB, Georgia.
Tyson Campbell's off the board for the Saints officially. Tyson Campbell off the board for the Saints. Day 2, no.
In the second round. We saw his team go last night. Some people
Eric Stokes went last night. Tyson Campbell. Good for Tyson Campbell. But Tyson Campbell's another guy that the Saints could have looked at. Now he's off the board. Understandably so. Saints are going to really have to get aggressive here if they want a corner because already they're starting to fly off the board. Our Tyson Campbell is gone. Asante Samuel still hasn't been drafted yet, which is a little bit of a shock to me. I figured Jacksonville would have gotten Asante Samuel or Tyson Campbell, but we really do consider the amount of receivers they have over in the AFC South. It makes sense. You want a tall guy to match up against those 50-50 balls they tend to throw down there between Deshaun Watson and Ryan Tannehill in Tennessee. Even Carson Wentz, he's got some tall receivers in T.Y. Hilton, for example. So it makes sense. Now the New York Jets, I do believe they're going to go wide receiver here. I think they're going to go Elijah Moore. I think the Jets are going to go Elijah Moore, get Zach Wilson, the playmaker. It's very much needed. He's also the best player available right now in Todd's case. I do believe they're going to go they're going to go Elijah Moore. It makes too much sense for the Jets to give Zach Wilson the playmaker and fill the hole that's been left by Robbie Anderson. They need a receiver. Elijah Moore is your guy. They got to go receiver here. What do y'all think? Who do y'all think the Jets are going to go here? They're going to go receiver, edge rusher. Who do you think? Let me know in the comment section.
Davis, and yes, we are hanging out over here. Obviously, saying Tyson Campbell going from Georgia. The Jaguars have now put in 3 picks in the 2021 NFL Draft. Maria Taylor, we got Justin Palmer, we got David Collins here.
Elijah Moore with Zach Wilson wouldn't be a bad pick. It would actually be a really, really good pick. Being a running back, a defensive end, a linebacker in the corner. If they do go running back, if you guys end up saying running back, I believe that Javon Williams is still there on the board for the Jets to take. You got Trey Sermon still. Trey Sermon's still on the board. I forgot he was here. You got Michael Carter and Ramondre Stevenson from Oklahoma. Michael Carter from North Carolina. What if they go Tutu Atwell? What if they? That's a good thing. Tutu Atwell is a very, very fast receiver. He can really get down the field and take the top of a defense. They might want to use Zach Wilson's cannon of an arm here. So Tutu Atwell will be another good pick. If the Saints end up addressing tight end, this is just a big what-if situation. I highly doubt they're going to go tight end here. But let's say they do, right? Let's say they do. It'd be a very unorthodox pick, another pick that we don't expect. What if they go tight end? Who do you think is going to be on the board for the Saints to take there? Brevin Jordan? Tommy Tremble? Pat Fryermuth? What do y'all think? It'd be one of those picks where the Saints going against the general consensus of the Who Dat Nation. Their pick is in. Elijah Moore or Tutu Atwell? Elijah Moore or Tutu Atwell? Oh, they happy. They happy they got their guy. They got somebody. Yeah, they happy. They got somebody. They got the guy they want.
Cornerback is another spot that I think they could go, and there are plenty of guys still on the board at this spot.
They have to go receiver here. As much as corner would be a logical pick, they have to go receiver. They have to replace Robbie Anderson. They had to replace him. They gave Zach Wilson a good wide receiver one. Let's see. They've addressed their first two first-round picks for the offense. They could go offense again, give them a receiver, and next pick they go defense, pick a linebacker, Cam McGrone maybe. They got Sheldon Rankins already.
Usually when you see this much celebration high five, it's not for a left guard.
The Jets are really making moves. I think Robert Saleh has a lot to do with that. The Jets are going to be a very, very underrated team to go against this year. They're going to be really, really tough, especially with some of the guys that went there from Justin Hardy to Sheldon Rankins.
2021 NFL Draft. The New York Jets select Pro Bowler Elijah Moore, wide receiver, Ole Miss.
All right, here we go. Knew it. Elijah Moore off the board off the board.
Think about it. You're Joe Douglas, right?
Zach Wilson gets his guy. Zach Wilson gets a guy that gets his new number one target. Oh, it'll be tough. The Saints' schedule is getting harder and harder. Shouts out to the Jets for getting their new playmaker, but man, I'm glad we only have to face it once a year. Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta Falcons on the board.
Great concentration on the ball, great hand, just very productive in his time at Ole Miss too. Yeah, I would say that one thing that stood out to me, not just his playmaking ability, late battles from the slot, monster year in late fifth system.
Elijah Moore is yikes. They don't need a quarterback. They got their backup already. They've already shown they're going to commit to Matt Ryan. I do believe they need a quarterback. They're going to go. Watch the Falcons go Javonte Williams. Watch the Falcons go Javonte Williams. Just watch. Just watch it be a thing they do.
He's got the personality that you really want to see from a big-time primetime, and he's tough.
This would be a very, very Falcons move. I think they let Todd Gurley go.
Mississippi State Bulldogs. He hyped his leg as if he were a dog. Got a penalty. They missed the extra point off the game. Coach got fired.
Javonte Williams would be pretty good. Really shore up their run game because it was bottom half of the league last year, even with Todd Gurley. I would go Javonte Williams if I were Atlanta. If I know Terry, they're going to want to address that. So definitely running back. I say Javonte Williams. Oh, they traded the pick to the Denver Broncos. Never mind. The Falcons trade the pick to the Broncos. Okay, so who does Denver want? They've already got their guy. Oh, they fast.
21-14, 11 seconds left.
Who they here with? Broncos traded up.
I let my emotions get way too high. I put my team and my kicker in a position to where I should.
Broncos, what are y'all up to?
A lot of people met what happens in the past, create a narrative that they can't get out of. As they work hard and try to put things out there.
What y'all up to? They already have a good defense. They're going offense here. They don't need a receiver. They've still got Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy. They're probably going to adjust the offensive line. What you got, man? What y'all got? Are they going running back to pair him up with Philip Lindsay? No, they can't go corner here. They've already got good corners. This is interesting. Trade-ups are always interesting. And they got Patrick Surtain already. So they're definitely going offense. They're going offense, but who? They're probably going to address the offensive line. They're probably going to address the offensive line. Defensive tackle. If they go defensive tackle, I think Tommy Togiai will be a good fit. But I think they're going offense to give Teddy Bridgewater a good line. Probably a center. But I'd go right tackle when you're playing in the AFC West. Yeah, they got guys that can come off the edge. Kansas City's still got Alex Okafor, I believe. Raiders, and then the Chargers with Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram. Oh, this is interesting. Very, very Falcons-esque. They must have given up a couple of picks because this is unexpected. Here we go.
Okay. The Atlanta Falcons have traded a 35th pick to the Denver Broncos. With the 35th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Javon Williams.
Javon Williams. Okay. He was a guy I talked about. Okay, so that's not bad. Give him some run support going alongside Philip Lindsay. Wait, is Philip Lindsay with Denver anymore? I think they still got. Didn't they get the guy from the Chargers the year before?
For the Tar Heels.
Are they going three-headed monster? The Dolphins are on the clock. Here we go. What the Dolphins gonna do?
So he has speed, track speed, but the way he looks at defenders, he lowers his shoulders, runs well behind his pad, and he looks at kind of.
They got Will Fuller going inside Devontae Parker. So they probably not going receiver, and they just picked up Jalen Waddle. Dolphins picking fast. They've already got their guy. Probably addressing the offensive line here.
He's looking for contact. Yeah, I was fortunate to do some of the games. Michael Potter back there with him. Here's the thing that you're going to love. He's a complete back. He's not just going to run the rock. Watch this. Bang! Like he wants to block. Talking about what Dennis had mentioned about the physicality. It's not just as a runner. The top linebackers in the draft with pass protection. Boom! Punches it in the mouth.
Right there. Boom.
You're not just getting a guy that's going to go.
Draft already interesting this day.
To me, he has all the ability as a runner, power, quick, balance. But I just love that he's willing to do this. Think about this. He's fighting And Carter and Williams were two of the highest paid at the running back position.
Ooh, this is interesting. So they go receiver. I wouldn't mind Dwayne Eskridge, Nico Collins, or maybe even De'Ami Brown. De'Ami Brown's a playmaker. Let's see who the Dolphins take. They're probably going to adjust offensive line. This is interesting. I love NFL draft years. It's my first time really doing something like this. So I'm glad some of y'all are sticking around and enjoying yourselves. Let's see who the Dolphins take. If they let Ryan Fitzpatrick go, and they need a backup quarterback, Davis Mills is still an option. And Kellen Mond's still an option. They could go tight end and get Pat Freiermuth. They're not going receiver, obviously.
Friends and family, thank you so much.
Yeah.
The new pick for the Miami Dolphins. Javon Holland.
Holland, really? Safety. They got the safety from Oregon. Okay. Javon Holland's going to Miami. He's second team All-Pro, second team All-Pac-12 in 2019. Shouts out to the Javon Holland. It's a special day for that cat.
For him. 9 picks for his career. Loves every left the Dutch interceptions in consecutive seasons in 18 and 19.
Yeah, you look for versatility at this spot. 6'1", 207. And they ask a lot of him. I know Mario Cristobal.
Philadelphia Eagles on the clock.
Because of his ability to play on that side of the ball. You can never have enough guys that can cover. And he can play back and he can safety. He can come up and run support.
Carolina's coming up after Cincinnati. That would be another interesting one. They're still without Curtis Samuel. They could go receiver, or they could address the offensive line. Finally, with Tevin Jenkins. The Eagles wasting no time getting their pick in. Let's say they go corner. Let's say they go corner here. And they get Asante Samuel Jr. They keep it in the bloodline. They go linebacker. They're probably going to get Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Go alongside Alex Singleton. Those are my two. Asante Samuel, Owusu-Koramoah. Because they were really, really fast at getting their pick in. It's got to be one of those two. It's got to be JOK or Asante Samuel because of and keep the bloodline in Philly. It would make sense, those two.
Guys, I have another box.
They've already got their backup quarterback.
All right, guys, no insurance talk on beach day.
Oh, boy.
Yes, please.
Don't get me wrong, I love my RV, but insuring it is such a hassle.
Same with my boat. The insurance bills are through the roof.
Cincinnati is definitely going to address the offensive line with the 38th pick. If the Eagles pass up on Tevin Jenkins, Cincinnati's going to pick him up. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah or Asante Samuel. One of those guys is going to Philly. I have a feeling in my gut. Jamie Newman from Wake Forest. I don't know about Newman.
Watching WLX News now has everything you see. Stream it to your favorite device.
Already some big pieces off the board.
Amazon Fire, Apple TV, the WLX News app, or WLX.com. You can stream it here, or here, or even here. Live stream WLX News now, wherever you are. WLX live stream.
Ooh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Come on, man. I want to see who they got. I don't think the Saints are going to trade up from 60, but they're probably most definitely going to trade up from 98. They're going to try to trade up from 98, but 60, I don't know. I don't know just yet. I I can see them trading for 98, but I don't think they're going to try to trade for 60. If they do, they have to give up not only 60th pick, but the 133rd, probably another late rounder, and probably one from next year. They got plenty of draft capital to work with.
We might get come to walk with us on Saturday, May 22nd, for the reef walk. We're walking the boardwalk from the King Kong Pier to the All-Course Retirement Fund. The first 150 people to register will receive a free t-shirt. All proceeds from the reef walk support the annual Reads from Biloxi National Cemetery event held in December. We need your help to purchase, transport, store of 20,000 reeds and boats. For more information, you can search Reef Walk on Facebook or Eventbrite. Come walk with us.
Back to the draft. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Let's see who they got. Let's see who they got.
From Cleveland, day 2 of the NFL draft, the Philadelphia Eagles, seeing who they can add to the Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith, that they took in the first round last night.
Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, get a linebacker, get a corner. Either way, they're getting some good. They're getting good value with it, and I gotta choose. I still believe they're going to go either JOK or Asante Samuel here.
Look at Spelt Michael stepping up that way. Hello, neighbor. I mean, this guy. He's like a love tap himself. Where's the rest of Mike Golden?
Joe Flacco. That's who their backup quarterback is. Okay, Joe Flacco. Sacks allowed. They could go offensive lineman, but I doubt it.
Always great to come back to my hometown, Cleveland Rock! Yeah! All right, now for the Philadelphia Eagles, after a fantastic move in the first round to go up to get Devontae Davis. They've got another great pick here.
Devontae Smith, not Davis. He said Devontae Davis.
The Philadelphia Eagles select a guard from Alabama, Landon Dickerson. 5 Eagles 5. I tell you.
Landon Dickerson, the best center in the draft, arguably the best offensive lineman. He's going to Philly. That's really smart. That's smart on their part to protect Jalen Hurts, give him time in the pocket, and cut down on the fact that they were the worst in terms of sacks allowed. The Bengals trade the pick to the New England Patriots. So the Patriots trade up, and they're trying to get their guy. But who else do they need? They've made so many moves already in the offseason. Who else do they need? Who are they trying to get? They got a linebacker, 2 tight ends, and a wide receiver, and Nelson Aguilar. So are they trying to go defense here? They got Trent Brown on top of that. Who else? They got to be going defense here, right? Probably get a safety? Why would they need a wide receiver? They got Nelson Aguilar. They got N'Keal Harry. He's a good number 2 option. What else would they need? Patriots, what are y'all up to? This is crazy. Carolina Panthers are budging. Atlanta's not budging.
He was the leader on that offensive side.
Landon Dickerson is going to be a good player for the Eagles for years to come. Okay, so they got their quarterback. They got their tight ends. They got Nelson Aguilar. They got Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry. If they go receiver here, do they go Tutu Atwell? Are they going Tutu Atwell? Are they not confident in N'Keal Harry? Are they going to go Tutu Atwell here?
I look at it, I think cornerback and then getting some other offensive weapons. You know, there's no Tom Brady anymore, and they hope that those could be the guys moving forward.
They lost Julian Edelman, so they could go wide receiver, get Tutu Atwell, take the top off of defense.
The Cincinnati Bengals have traded the 38th pick to the New England Patriots. With the 38th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Christian Barmore, defensive tackle, Alabama.
Okay, Christian Barmore. Okay, I didn't expect that.
First defensive tackle finally selected. You think Bill Belichick trusts Big Seven? Yeah. He knows what he's getting. Barmore is a really talented guy.
Barmore to the New England Patriots. They are really high on him, it seems. 2020 first team All SEC. He had 8 sacks, which was second in the entire SEC. Okay. Defensive MVP for the college football.
He has so much talent. He's a guy that can get up the field and so explosive. And you're right, when it all was on the line, he was the most dominant.
We've seen a handful of trade picks already, but Chicago Bears ain't doing that. They ain't rolling that way.
Where's this every game? And that's what Bill Belichick can demand from him. I'll be honest, there's times he disappears. And he's too good. He's too electric in the inside with the song.
Christian Barmore, congrats. You're going to play for Bill Belichick. Hope you can. Let's hope you can keep that high motor. I know you got. Why would the Bears? They could go 2-2 at well or fifth tackle. They do need more offensive line help than another receiver. They still got Allen Robinson. They definitely need to beef with that offensive line. They need to get a little younger there. I think they're going to go. Let's see. If I was to go Dylan Radunes or Trent, no, not Trent, Tevin Jenkins, I'd probably go Tevin Jenkins if I were Chicago, but that's just me. You need to beef up that line and get ready to hand the torch over from Andy Dalton to Justin Fields. Their pick is in there already. They were waiting.
38 players selected in the draft so far, 8 of them coming from Alabama. Yeah, the last 2 with Landon Dickerson and Christian Barmore going off the board back to back. The Chicago Bears about to make a select.
We out here. Here we go. They traded up to get Justin Fields.
The Carolina Panthers have traded the 39th pick to the Chicago Bears. With the 39th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Tevin Jenkins, tackle, Oklahoma.
Called it. Tevin Jenkins. I called it.
The Bears have to get somebody to take care of Justin Fields. And Tevin Jenkins from Oklahoma State.
I called it. Put some respect on my name. I called that bitch. Put some respect on my name. Tevin Jenkins going to Chicago. I respect that.
Tevin Jenkins, he obviously had a memorable career as the anchor of an Oklahoma State offensive line that led the way for one of the most explosive offenses in
The Atlanta Falcons are on the clock now. They got Kyle Pitts in the first round. Now who are they going to go? They're probably going to address the defense. They got their picking already. These picks are going fast. The NFL probably said you need to hurry to get your picks in faster. Have your picks ready. And these picks are going by quick.
My mother's name is Bridget Christianberry. She passed away when I was 8 years old with breast cancer.
They're most definitely going defense. They're probably going. You know what? Falcons are probably going to get Javon Merrick, safety out of TCU. He's the best safety in this year's draft class, arguably. He's probably going to go to the Atlanta Falcons because he ended up dropping so far to really stir up their secondary. Javon Merrick out of TCU. I wouldn't be surprised if that was. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the pick. Because I got that one in there mad quick. Nick Bolton still on the board. New York Giants probably may get him.
Not only on the field, but also off of it. Once he's in the NFL, he obviously hopes to continue to bring awareness to the fight against breast cancer.
Javon Merrick is going to be a problem if he's in their secondary. Yikes. Not a pick I want to see on Atlanta. Not a pick I want to see on Atlanta. Trayvon Merrick, defensive back out of TCU. Yikes. No. I don't want that. Come on. Please don't take Trayvon Merrick.
Star receiver from the University of Florida who joined Julio Jones and Calvin Ridley and Matt Ryan. So we are going to go to Quam, special guests from the Armed Forces. They'll help you learn who the Falcons pick is from the USO Center on the Anderson Air Force Base.
Here we go.
Hot today from Guam.
Where America's day begins.
Our mission is to ensure regional peace and stability.
Along with our allies and partners.
We are thankful for the NFL
For the honor of introducing the Atlanta Falcons 2021 draft pick. So, from the USO here on Guam, go Falcons! Back to you, Cleveland.
Here we go. That was pretty interesting, but shouts out to our military. Shout out to our military. Even though there are some Atlanta fans in there.
Let them know they're our heroes. Let's go.
Come on, baby.
USA.
No matter what team you rep, you gotta show love for the USA military, man. Always.
The 40th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Richie Grant, defensive back, UCF.
Okay, Richie Grant. Okay, Richie Grant's also pretty good. He's also very versatile. He's now Trayvon Merrick, which is fine. But Richie Grant can also be a problem if used correctly. But why is Trayvon Merrick falling so down the board? That's a shocker. Detroit Lions. What y'all got?
Yeah, I mean, he's a special player. He's 5'11 and a half, 199 pounds. He ran a 4.54 with a 40-yard dash for a safety, which is a good time. He plays that free safety spot, and he has instinct. That's one of the things that really stood out to me. And he has the length and the ability to play press coverage sometimes against a slot receiver, but then he also can go up and contest catches against some of the bigger receivers.
Their picks in already, yeah. Their picks are going by really, really fast. What's going on, Big Jerry? Look, we've seen a couple of trade-ups already, which is kind of crazy, including one from New England to get Christian Barmore. So this draft's going by really fast, and I think it's because they stress the fact that they need to get their picks in early. This isn't night one where you have all night to go for one round. That would make sense if NFL Roger Goodell told them to do that, because this needs to go by fast.
Richie Grant does not have that problem. You know, a lot of times you hear defensive backs.
If they go receiver, they're probably going to go Tutu Atwell. What do you think, Jerry? If they go receiver here, do you think Tutu Atwell goes off the board? Could he go off the board here? Their pick's already in. They're not on the clock. Their pick's already in.
I got a little piece of advice for you. Don't let anybody tell you that looks don't matter in this game. Because baby, when you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, oh, you're right.
NFL draft, first round pick, Deion Sanders.
This is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting, Jerry. I can't wait to see what they got going on here. Tutu Atwell's falling down the board. Nico Collins falling down the board. My first pick would be Dwayne Eskridge for the Saints. Second, Nico Collins. Third, Tutu Atwell. Because Tutu Atwell is really fast. I'll give him that. He has a limited route tree, and he's not really good at the in terms of getting his route. He's not very crisp with his route running. He can definitely make plays out in space. He can definitely stretch the field, take the top off of defense. I wouldn't be mad at Tutu Atwell, but I think there's some other guys that you can get that are better at route running and can get open a high point of football, like Nico Collins or Dwayne Eskridge.
Let's go. Learn more at playfootball.com. Executive producer Stephen Better.
taking things to a whole new level. You see what I did there?
Oh, this will be interesting. Draft's already getting interesting.
Another speaker. I let Negroes be Negroes. I never want to stop pursuing love. I have money. I want to meet someone who knows who they are.
Like, it's nuts.
I am Courtney Anderson.
Apparently from Nick Underhill and the conversation with him and Doe Kleiman, Jeremiah Koromoa has an injury. It's making him slide down the board. Like I said, I wasn't surprised that Elijah Moore was taken off the board. I didn't expect him to go to the New Orleans Saints. I still want Dwayne Eskridge.
Our world is a little bit brighter. WLX News Now will feature our local super teachers and showcase their dedication to education and shaping the young minds of South Mississippi.
Watch WLX News Now to see your
Come kitty. Watermelon rhymes.
One moment.
Okay.
I gotta see who they pick first. That's the grandma, everybody. The one that usually rings the bell. Grandma says hi. No, you did not just ask that question. You serious, ain't you? You're the only grandma here. You're the only grandma I got.
Me.
Who else would I be talking about?
I didn't know what you were saying.
Oh, Lord, guys, her age. Defensive tackle, Washington. Okay. They went defensive tackle here. Let me handle something for the Gramps, and I'll be right back. Yo, your boy's back. You got some juice along with it.
The Miami Dolphins select Liam Eichenberg, tackle, Notre Dame.
They're beefing on that offensive line.
Can we get a little more reaction for the hometown guy?
For real. For real, guy. Eichenberg, look, that's a really good pick for the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, you're right, Reese. And I gotta tell you, Williams like my kind of guy for sure because he loves candy. But I got another guy here that I'm obsessed with. It's Daryl McDaniel from RiaXIV.
Outland Trophy finalist, nation's top interior lineman. Really? Really? The Raiders are on the clock now.
All inspiring, but I mean, it's an honor and a privilege, you know, when you look at music and sports, we're definitely connected.
Draft's going by mad quick.
Wow, when I was a little kid, watching those.
Under John Gruden, 1929 record. Yikes. Might have to get rid of John Gruden if he fails again. Cowboys are going to be up next. If I were the Saints, I think trading up with Jacksonville would be the move. If you're really trying to aim for a trade up spot from 60, Jacksonville would be your move. Jacksonville would be your move.
The Cleveland Browns fans back behind us. We take the stage again next.
Every time I eat stuffed truffle things, I play this song.
Eat 3 toppings stuffed crust backwards.
Woo! What a draft, bro. What a draft.
Average has no home in your yard. Lucky for you, we don't do average. Instead, we make lawn tractors that aren't just grass cutting machines, they're task cutting machines. In 0 turns, meet 0 compromise.
What do y'all think?
To strength, to stripes, they'll level up any lawn. And for the take charge type, we got electric machines to match. There's no yard like your yard, so it needs a color like no other. One design for those who love the lawn.
Oh boy. This is crazy. Draft going by quick. I already see that. A couple of trade ups. Trayvon Merrick still somehow going down the board. I think Jacksonville's going to trade their pick. I really believe they're going to trade their pick.
Yes, I know that.
Now the tight end's taken yet. I think Dallas is going to take a tight end. I think they're going to get either Hunter Long or Pat Fryermuth. They're definitely going to go either a tight end if they're thinking offense. And that's what I would do. That's what I would do.
New ceasefire customers. Now, existing customers and new customers get our best phone deals. Existing, new. Put it together, and you get the everybody deals. Get an everybody plan. Ceasefire's best phone deals are all for you. And you. New ceasefire. New and existing customers get our best 5G phone free.
I am Courtney Anderson, and I'm Congressman Charlie, the Bagel McCarthy.
It's the 2021 Jolly.
Come on, man. Come on. I'll get back to the draft. I'm not trying to hear no ads. I ain't trying to hear all that.
The reception will be held May 14th at the Grand Magnolia. Musical guest Dr. Czar. Then Saturday, May 15th, it's the one and only Jolly Golf Classic.
As you can see, the Bagel McCarthy Foundation is making a difference for so many lives. Won't you join us as we build a better coastal community?
Are you hungry to go out? Well, it's time to taste Gravel Mountain event with the Gulf Port Chamber of Commerce at Centennial Plaza. You're invited to this Taste Bud Temple fundraiser showcasing some Gulf Port.
Get back to the draft. Let's go. Well, how do y'all like the draft so far? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't do that. How y'all liking the draft so far, though? It's going by a lot quicker.
The San Francisco 49ers with the 43rd pick of the
Here we go.
2021 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Trayvon Merrick, defensive back
TCU.
I was wondering when Merrick was going to go off the board.
Most of us thought that this would be a much earlier pick.
Same. Javon Merrick got TCU. He's literally the nation's top defensive back, and Atlanta passed on Merrick for Richie Grant. That's crazy. I'm happy about it. Still crazy.
You would think Trayvon would like amphibians. It's different kind from the animal planet creatures that you enjoy.
Since middle school, I've been really big into reptiles, and snakes. I'd write a two-page paper for my grandma, and I kind of influenced her to give me those things. Her and my
Trayvon Merrick signing all the way down. That's crazy.
And that still happens.
Cowboys on the clock. They went linebacker. Do they go corner here? If they go corner, they're probably going to get Asante Samuel. If they take Asante Samuel, then yikes, Saints. Their pick's already in.
One of my roots is named Ford just because I wanted to book, so I was like, I got to name this before.
They definitely need a corner. If they go offense, they need a tight end. So they're either taking a corner or taking a tight end. It's going to be a corner or a tight end. Now, these next two picks could be interesting. Jacksonville and Cincinnati, they both could trade their picks. We could see back-to-back trades here.
He's going to be the best safety in this class. I love the way they utilize him in that cover four heavy scheme. He is able to cover the slot receivers. He's able to get up the field and support the run, and he just did it at a very high level. The other thing, too, Kirk, he was the TCU special teams most valuable player by his teammates 2 years ago. He will cover kicks and do everything you want him to see.
One thing to remember is Gary Patterson has one of the more complex schemes in college football. And the fact that he plays corner and high school.
Trayvon Merrick out of TCU going to the Las Vegas Raiders. You know what? That makes a lot of sense. When you're dealing with Patrick Mahomes, when you're dealing with Justin Herbert, guys that got this, guys just got this arm about them. That's a really, really smart pick.
The 44th pick in the second round. I'm also honored to be here in Cleveland, Ohio, home of one of the all-time greatest franchises in NFL football history. And I stand here tonight on the shoulders of many great Cleveland Brown football players like Tim Brown, Leroy Kelly, Bobby Mitchell, Dean Hickerson, Don Lewis, Gary Collins, Dr. Frank Ryan, and the great number 42, Paul Warfield.
Really?
As a kid growing up, Cleveland Browns is one of my favorite franchises, favorite teams I supported. However, on behalf of the five-time world champion Dallas Cowboys, Hall of Fame honor with Jerry Jones, with Gene Jones and the Jones family, head coach Tex McCarthy, all those players that played before me with me and after me.
Oh, Lord. This guy likes to hear himself talk. Come on, man. Kelvin Joseph. Okay. Asante Samuel once again being slided.
And the Cowboys take boss man fat.
Kelvin Joseph over Asante Samuel. Ifitu Melifonwu. That's crazy. But shout out to Kelvin Joseph. He's no slouch. He's definitely CB2 when you're talking about what they have already in Trayvon Diggs. He's definitely CB2. Their picks in already. So Jaguars not trading. Do Cincinnati trade? I wonder. If they just traded earlier, then they're probably not going to trade back again. This is so far. It looks like the Saints are staying put at number 60, which would make sense. Get out of the top 51. It doesn't count against the overall expectancy of under $2 million for your cap. They need about $2 million to really do something with their just sign the draft class. They can't really do that. They're in the top 51.
The Jacksonville Jaguars select Walker Little, tackle, Stanford.
There isn't a fan in this building that knows
Walker Little. Okay, that's good. Beefing up their offensive line to protect their investment. That's smart. Asante Samuel, height and size, and tell teams he didn't want to play slot, may have rubbed teams the wrong way. Look, if he slides all the way down to 60, I'd be all for that. We already know what a guy of his size can do in a scheme like Dennis Allen. Janoris Jenkins is the exact same height as Asante Samuel, and we all know how great he was last year. I think Asante Samuel sliding all the way down to 60, and he doesn't want to play slot. Okay, great. You don't want to play slot? We're not gonna hang that on you. We've already got slot guys. You got C.J. Gardner-Johnson, the best slot in the league. And behind him, I believe, is either P.J. Williams or Grant Haley coming off of the practice squad. Grant Haley did pretty okay, even though he got torched by Curtis Samuel on the slot. He had some moments. He's had some flashes. So you got C.D. Deuce and Grant Haley, maybe P.J. Williams. They're picked in already. They are going to address their offensive line. The Bengals are addressing their offensive line. There's no mistake about it. They need to protect Joe Burrow. They've already took a receiver. Now it's time to address the offensive line. You've already made moves in the offseason to address your defense. You picked up Trey Hendrickson. You've got Von Bell. You've got these guys. Probably if you go linebacker, and that's probably good too, but you need someone to protect Joe Burrow. So my two choices would be either an offensive lineman / tackle or a linebacker. What's going on, Neville? Good to see you here, man. What do you think of all the trade ups so far? Saints have been pretty quiet. I would definitely go offensive line, but linebacker would be a pretty good choice for them too. Nick Bolton would fit in really well with their defense. Nick Bolton would really fit in. I can understand Nick Bolton here.
Showcases how the NFL family works together to reduce barriers for opportunity and create positive change.
Now, come on, Roger Dam.
Cincinnati native James Cameron is a graduate of Program Mortar, supported by the Bengals' local Inspire Change effort to help minority entrepreneurs build a comprehensive skill set. From there, Means built his own successful business, Black-owned, and is using his growing business to create a brand that transcends race, generation, and location. Congratulations, Means.
Come on, man.
Announcing your Cincinnati Bengals pick.
Look at that kid, mighty weird.
Cincinnati is our year. Black-owned boys in the building. Who they? And with the 46th pick in the 2021
It's their year, he says.
The Cincinnati Bengals select Jackson Carman, tackle, Clemson. Let's get it.
I respect that. Jackson Carman, he's a really good tackle. Protect that side for Joe Burrow. Makes a lot of sense.
It's moving fast out here tonight, man. Night two, second and third round stuff moving quicker with a shorter amount of time between them.
He doesn't even look excited. He doesn't even look excited. He's just sitting there. He's not. What is going on? He doesn't even look excited to be in Cincinnati. That's nuts. Jackson Carmen's just sitting here like damn. It's like that? You're playing for Joe Burrow. Cincinnati making moves. DeMar.
Say congratulations to all of you. You had to make your dreams come
Keenan Allen? Is that Keenan Allen?
To get to this position, and you finally made it. So take care of yourself. Congratulations. Don't blow all that money. And all your friends, cut some of them loose, but mess around and don't have nothing. Congratulations for being in the NFL draft. You deserve it.
Facts. Man, facts. Marshawn Lattimore needs to adhere to what Steve Harvey just said. Not Steve Wilkos. Steve Harvey just said. Like, come on, man. Don't mess around. All these guys before you ain't got no money. Maybe cut some of these dudes out. Marshawn Lattimore needs to really adhere to that one. Now the Chargers are on the clock. They took a Rashawn Slater, offensive tackle from Northwestern. I believe they're here. They went Kenneth Murray last year, but they could also go Nick Bolton. They're not too worried about their offensive line. They could go tight. How about they need tight end because they let go of Hunter Henry. You know what? They could go Pat Freiermuth to get someone young for. Excuse me, I got hiccups for Jared Cook. They could go tight end here. Pat Freiermuth or Brevin Jordan, an athletic tight end. He can get down the field. He got some burners. He got some burners on him. Brevin Jordan. You got Hunter Long. You got Tommy Tremble. He's also probably the best blocking tight end in this draft class.
It wouldn't be a miracle because Geico gives you a team of experts to help manage your plan.
But I definitely would go tight end here for them. Probably Pat Freiermuth. Rose City, what's going on, Big Ro? William Dickerson. Who that, Aaron? Tyson gone. Morick gone. Saints, what's up? I didn't expect the Saints to get Trayvon Merrick. I really didn't. Tyson Campbell, I could have seen, but they would have had to trade up into the top 51, which doesn't make sense when you consider the salary cap situation for the New Orleans Saints. My initial prediction would be the Saints trade up from 98, get into the 80 or 70 range, and get their guy in there. That would be the most sensible move for the Saints. You want us to get out of the top 51 because everything after that, it doesn't count as hard to your set. They need at least under $2 million to sign their guys. Jabril Cox would be sweet. Jabril Cox would be pretty nice. When you're considering everything, Jabril Cox would be nice. If he's had multiple meetings with the Saints. If Asante Samuel is gone, then what? There's still plenty of good corners left in this draft. You have Paulson Adebo from Stanford, Shamar Jean-Charles from App State. You've got Ifeatu Melifonwu from Syracuse. You got Benjamin St. Juste. You've got those top four right there. One of those guys is going to fall to 60. Without a doubt, one of those guys is going to fall to 60. If they don't go corner, then they're definitely going to trade up from 98. I'll say that. They're definitely trading up from 98 if they don't go corner here at number 60. Jabril Cox, he would be nice. At the same time, I don't think that would be the that they make. It's not in the Saints' blood. For some reason, they just don't draft LSU players, even though LSU players are making splashes around the league. It wouldn't make sense, but they're also trying to. I believe that they re-signed Quan Alexander. Here we go.
But it's time to vote up. With the 47th pick.
Pat Freiermuth? Is it going to be Pat Freiermuth?
The Chargers select Asante Samuel Jr., DB Florida State.
Oh, there's Asante. There goes Asante. There goes the number one guy. Oh, they let go of Derwin James. I forgot to let go of Derwin James. Did they let go of Derwin James? Or was it someone else? Asante Samuel, goodbye. You were a guy I wanted to see on the Saints. Not going to happen, which makes sense for the Chargers when you got all those receivers you have to deal with in the AFC West. But damn, Asante Samuel, he would have looked good on the Saints. But like I said, bro, it hurts that Asante isn't going to be considered to be a Saint, but you still have other good guys on the board. Okay, you still have Paulson Adebo from Stanford. You still have Shamar Jean-Charles from App State. He's a really good underrated quarterback that nobody's talking about. You still have the Fitu Melifonwu from Syracuse. So if not Asante, one of those four is going to fall to 60. I really believe one of those guys is going to fall to 60. See, I wouldn't be mad if one of those corners came to the Saints. If I were to pick a guy I would want the Saints to get now, it would most definitely be Fitu Melifonwu from Syracuse. He's got great length. He's got size. He's got physicality to him. The only thing that's really dropping him down the board is he's limited. He's got limited experience at the corner position. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They got Trey Lance in round 1. Now they're probably going to adjust the either offensive or defensive line. The pick's already in. They don't need a corner. They've already got good corners.
There's still some players left on the board. I mean, who are your top remaining? Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, the guy that I thought out of Notre Dame was going to be gone in the first round for sure.
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. I feel bad for him. I really do. I feel bad. I feel bad for the guy.
He can tackle. He's got speed. You can put his hand in on the ground on third down, get upfield to rush the passer. So much value for a defensive coordinator somewhere in the NFL to take, and yet somehow this guy's still at home win. And we're going to see a lot of.
Like I feel bad for Owusu-Koramoah, guys. I really do. No way should JOK be falling this far, injury or not. That guy is an impact player. He should have been taken off. He should have been taken by now. I thought we was going to get him. I thought so too. Asante Samuel would fit really well with this with this Saints defense. He would fit in really well outside Marshawn Lattimore. I would have very much preferred Asante Samuel. And Saints Twitter is already going crazy because Saints didn't trade up to get Asante Samuel.
Again, you got great quarterbacks, great receivers. You better be able to cover with DBs. You better be able to get the quarterback on the ground. Quarterback, I think the next one going, I think will be Davis Mills out of Stanford. Again, only 11 starts, but he reminds me a lot of Kyle Trask. I think he's Kyle Trask 2.0. Better athlete, better arm.
This is crazy.
He's a guy really smart and process things to line of scrimmage. Well, I think there's a team here.
They're going crazy. Okay.
The commissioner apparently the pick is in for San Francisco.
I think the cap space has a lot to do with why they aren't trading up right now. They just really have to pray. They really just have to pray. We still get the LSU wide receiver, right? Are you talking about Terrace Marshall? I have no idea. No idea.
The San Francisco 49ers select Aaron Banks, guard, Notre Dame.
Okay, yes, guard. Terrace Marshall, I have no idea if he ends up coming to the Saints or not. I haven't heard much about Terrace Marshall from the Saints. But at the same time, it's because we haven't heard so much about him from the Saints that they probably are going to end up drafting him. We'll see. Would I want him on the Saints? Absolutely. I would love it. Would it be my first choice? No, but I wouldn't hate it neither. I still want Dwayne Eskridge first if he's still there. I still want If he's not there, then Nico Collins, Tutu Atwell, maybe even Terrence Marshall over Tutu Atwell. We'll see. But I wouldn't be mad either way. I definitely would not be. And a wide receiver, a tight end. I think they're going to go tight end. I think they got their guys in Christian Kirk and DeAndre Hopkins. They're going to go tight end. Probably get an upgrade from Dan Arnold. Pat Freiermuth would be a move here for the Cardinals. I would prefer these guys go tight end because they do need a notable tight end to contend with what they got over there in the NFC West. But the Saints pick is already coming up fast.
Explosive in terms of the skill players and their offensive and defensive fronts.
Yeah, they're going to a different level.
All right, the Cardinals are on the clock right now, 49th overall pick. They took Zayden Cobb, an outstanding Buckets Award winner from Tulsa. Real quickly,
They dress linebacker in round one. They're probably going to go offensive line or tight end. They're probably going to go tight end here.
So those are two possibilities.
No, why is a wide receiver in need? They have DeAndre Hopkins and Christian Kirk. Why would they go receiver there? That would make no sense. Have arguably the best receiving duo next to Seattle. DeAndre Hopkins and Christian Kirk. Why would they do that? They need a tight end. I'd go Pat Freiermuth over Arizona.
quite handsomely.
With the 29th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Rondale Moore, receiver, Purdue.
Rondale Moore, they go receiver. Oh. Rondale Moore. They go Rondale Moore over Tutu Atwell. If they're going speed, to offset what DeAndre Hopkins does as a possession receiver for them, they go Rondale Moore. That's interesting.
Move him around. He's not just going to sit in the slot because of that power. You can line him up in the backfield. You can line him up in the slot. You can move him around. Make the defenses have to identify him.
That's interesting. Okay.
Because of what he can do. He's not just going to shake you. He's going to run through arms back. He's tough to bring down with all that strength. I mean, you're talking a guy who runs a 4.2, vertical 4.3 inches. I mean,
This is probably the most interesting draft as far as I can remember. They probably thought had in mind to try to match someone to Kenneth Murray's height. But congratulations to Rondale Moore. You got the call. 6'10" was their best record since 2016. That's nuts.
Now you make him this kind of personal offensive weapon. This is going to be special to see.
Moore was not a receiver I had going to the Saints. So I'm not too disappointed. Much less am I surprised.
Limiting him to 4 games each time. So Rondale Moore on his way.
Taking a while for New York here. But they need to address the offensive line to give Daniel Jones some help.
Which was more than impressive.
Normally picks are going by fast. New York's taking their time. They might be getting some trade calls.
We can add it into the broadcast, get a couple of questions in here. Hey, Rondell, can you hear Maria Taylor?
Yes.
Rondell, congratulations. We haven't seen you on a football field in a season, but we know for a fact what you can do. What do you want Arizona Cardinal fans to know about your skill set?
I mean, I'm just going to do everything I have
Let's go. Congratulations to Rondale Moore. Best luck to you over there in Arizona, man. Why is New York taking their time? Are they really getting trade offers? Let's check Twitter real quick. Let's see if New York's getting trade offers right now. They're taking a while.
We say a lot about size, but I see he's what, 600 pounds. So how explosive can you be?
I mean, you got when it comes to his deal, contracts coming up soon, but I think they've already addressed that. With extending James Hurst. I think they addressed that with James Hurst. I think James Hurst is going to go to left tackle. I think they've already prepared for that. Ross Jackson believes that offensive lineman could be a consideration. I'm sorry about that. We back. I had technical difficulties. It's all good. So the Giants have not traded their pick. They just took a while. I think they were on the phone with their pick, and now their pick is in. I think they're going to go offensive line here. I think they're going to give Daniel Jones some help. Saints' schedule is getting harder and harder. I mean, harder and harder. I'm not a fan. Ross Jackson really believes they're going to go offensive lineman. So let's prepare ourselves. If they go offensive lineman here, let's pray. Azeez Ojulari. What is going on with him? What is going on with him? What is going on with this guy? That dude was heated. What is going on? You know Azeez Ojulari saw that. That dude was mad. What was up with that? That dude was mad. I don't know what it was.
And that's the point, potentially, because he's incredibly athletic. I think he's still getting used to, still getting comfortable with the position, but we see him, he can bend, he can turn the corner. He uses his speed a lot. Obviously, now that the next number is going to add a little more tools in the toolbox, I like the big time.
Azeez Ojulari is going to be a problem for the East. Giants are making moves to beef up their defense. I can't be mad. I'm not even a Giants fan, and I'm happy for them, except when they're playing us. But outside of that, why is he so mad? I never seen someone so mad. Like, damn, damn. Azeez Ojulari is going to keep that one in mind. He saw that. Quarterback, wide receiver, offensive tackle. If they were to go wide receiver, they definitely go Tutu Atwell.
In the 2021 NFL Draft, the Washington football team selects Samuel Cosby.
Samuel Cosby, okay. With all the good offensive linemen coming off the board, it really sets the tone for the Saints to not go offensive lineman here with the 60th pick. I'm fine with that. They can have Cosby. The Panthers are on the board. They're definitely going to go offensive lineman here. You have to give Sam Darnold some help. But they got Cameron Irving in the offseason and a guard already.
He's got a chance to be a star tackle in the NFL.
And they signed Pat Elfring. 8-1 score losses. What if they go tight end? If they go tight end, they don't need a quarterback. They've already shown they're committed to Sam Darnold. At least, and they're not going to take a quarterback this early. If they go tight end, they could go Pat Freiermuth here. They're trading the pick to the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland is making moves. They just traded their pick to the Cleveland Browns. They added a lot of defensive pieces this offseason and one in the draft last night for Greg Newsome. Who are they going here? If they go linebacker, they're probably getting Nick Bolton or Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
The fifth trade of the second round has put our friends behind us. The hometown Cleveland Browns on the clock.
They have the best offensive. They have probably the best offensive line in the AFC North.
They said, "Hey man, it was wet and cold."
This is interesting. They got Macho Man representing Cleveland. Wow.
It is a celebration. This is not just X's and O's and putting together stories. This is about entertainment, sweetheart.
We also talked about this last night. It's been so long since all of us have seen a big crowd together like this. Kind of a little vaccinated and in this space right here behind us and close to the stage. And just, I think everybody's watching this. It's just been so unusual to see it, to feel it. Like you said, said, it feels really good. That's right. I should point out to everyone, too, we've said this several times, but definitely just be joining us. The fans that are closest to the state have been vaccinated, so we're following all the protocols from the NFL and the robust protocol. The prospects of their families and friends that were with them last night, all of them have followed the NFL protocol to make sure everyone's safe. I mean,
who the Browns getting here? They're not going defensive end. They just paid the Davion Clowney a boat ton of money. They've also got Tack McKinley. And they got Troy Hill, Anthony Walker. They got a linebacker, Anthony Walker. Who are they going here? What need would they have? If they go linebacker, Nick Bolton or Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah would be the guy.
Joining me tonight for the Browns pick is Coach Marty Gibbons from Lake Catholic High School.
Oh boy.
Coach Gibbons is the recipient of the 2020 Cleveland Browns High School Coach of the Year Award.
What y'all think? Who y'all think the Browns are going here? They've already got their corner.
His commitment and dedication to the football community goes above and beyond, and he is truly a player's coach. Coach, we congratulate you for your awards and what you're doing for the next generation of our youth. Coach, it's your honor for the Cleveland Browns choice.
Here we go.
With the 52nd pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, linebacker, University of Notre Dame.
Okay. Congratulations. Finally, Owusu-Koramoah finally comes off the board, man. Long awaited. Owusu-Koramoah to the Cleveland Browns. Congratulations, man. Snub. It should have been a day one pick. Owusu-Koramoah. Very, very, very snubbed. Very snubbed. Should have been day one. The man can cover something serious. Cleveland got themselves a real dog right there.
I think in today's NFL, the way they want to utilize guys against flex and backs. Yeah, running back, man-to-man, and zone coverage, he can do it all.
Tennessee Titans are on the board. I can see them going wide receiver here. They need to replace Corey Davis. I think Tutu Atwell comes off the board here. I think Tutu Atwell comes. Seven more picks until the Saints drafted 60. They went Caleb Farley. They're going offense here. Their offensive line is already really good. They're going wide receiver. Book it. They're getting Tutu Atwell. Book it.
How he wants to apply it to the field.
I took a lot of film classes.
I'm surprised JOK slid down this far.
as an old man that has to walk into the classroom every day with cane. I played all types of roles. I actually played Jesus one time in the person play. I was taking key roles in Christmas plays, Easter plays. Nobody knew I was the money, but yeah, it's all good. Jeremiah, old school more artist, all in all.
So now he can be an artist and a star right here in Cleveland. He said he looks forward to using his artistic abilities to be relatable to all of his new teammates, obviously to all of these new fans, and always communicate and make sure that they understand who he is, and hopefully that will play itself forward in the way that he's going to attack the ball. All right, the next pick is in. Let's head back to the stage.
Okay, so get this, guys. According to both Nick Underhill and Kat Terrell from the Saints media, Houston HC head coach. Hold that thought.
All right.
Hold that thought.
53rd pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. The Tennessee Titans select Dylan Raiders, Apple, North Dakota State.
Okay, Dylan Radunes. Okay, beef up the offensive line. So here we go. So, I forgot Isaiah Wilson was already gone. So with that being said, according to Nick Underhill and Catherine Terrell, Houston head coach Dana Holgerson said that once Peyton Turner got taken off the board by the Saints, he called Sean Payton and asked them why didn't they call him during the scouting process. Sean Payton's response to that, he didn't want to make too many calls. He was afraid of letting the cat out of the bag. You know what? I'm perfectly fine with that. I can accept that. I can definitely accept that. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that reasoning.
When he's out there on the field, he feels the body and he can help kill the wall. The guy trying to cross his face, work that behind him. This is an excellent pick.
I'm fine with that. Cosby and Radunes are off the board. Perfect.
King is on the clock. DraftKings Championship Series, the King.
This is really, really interesting. Here we go. Is this the Patriots? Is this the Patriots? No, it's not the Patriots. Colts. Oh yeah, they just took Radunes. Okay. For the shoe, Quiddy Pay. Yep. The Colts, who are they taking here? Tutu Atwell. Terrence Marshall. You got good tight ends already.
I've travelled all over the country talking about saving with Geico. But that's the important bit, isn't it? Showing up, saying hello, fancy nice chat.
For the shoe. Here we go. Whew. Every pick that draws near to the Saints, be ready. Never know. I'm going to patience. I'm going to temper my expectations. I'm tempering my expectations.
Somewhere out in the country, there's a man walking a mile in people's boots and miles in prayer when he's done.
Just wanted you to have this. Thank you.
Breaking Bobby Bones. New series Monday, May 31st at 10 on National Geographic.
I will not act a fool. What was that, Cam? But this is come on, guys, get back to the draft.
has more than 100 cases with a recovery of $1 million or more, plus Matthew Median. He served the Gulf Coast as an award-winning judge for nearly 20 years and is deeply involved in community issues. And hosted by award-winning broadcaster Ken Fleming. WLOX Law Talk. Ask your question live Saturday night at 10:30.
Don't worry about who I want. The people already know who I want, but I'm tempering my expectations. Be prepared. Be prepared for the Saints to draft another guy you've never heard about. Just be prepared. Be prepared. What I'm really looking forward to seeing is 98th pick, and if they trade up from that spot. I believe they'll trade up from that spot. Sean Payton said that it's definitely a must. It's definitely a priority that they address it.
Of the guidelines to stay safe. You don't know as proud of support St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital and help bring an end to childhood cancer. St. Jude patient Vaughn and his family.
Let's go. Let's go, Colts.
January 2019, after he was diagnosed with brain cancer, he was able to have brain surgery to remove the tumor, given proton therapy, and eradicated the cancer. He joined us now from his home. Vaughn, take it away.
Come on.
I have felt fans and so excited for my favorite team, the A-levels coach with the next pick. St. Jude has been so much for me and my family. Thank you to the NFL for all the support about a chicken like me. So anyone can make the pick. Go.
Oh, that's cute right there. I respect that.
Please welcome from Howard University, three-time Pro Bowler, Super Bowl champion, and 2013 Colts Man of the Year, Antoine Bethea.
Hey, what's going on, Antoine? I haven't seen you in a minute.
Happy to see you doing well. And with the 54th pick in the 2021 NFL
Tutu Atwell?
the Indianapolis Colts select Dayo Odeyingbo in Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt, really? A Dangbo, okay. From Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt getting some love. Respect.
Hopefully to avoid that injury, but that's the unfortunate situation happening before the Senior Bowl. But he's a talented guy.
Yeah, he is very talented. And that's what they're banking on is when he comes back, he's going to be the player that he was before. He's 6'5", 285 pounds.
He's got 35 and a quarter inch arm length. I mean, you're talking about elite left tackle arm length. And he had 5.5 seconds.
Pittsburgh already got their pick in. Here we go.
Some good sudden quickness in the inside to go along with that length. Yeah, you see that right there. Look at those arms. I mean, just see it.
Peyton Turner, round one for the Saints. Who they got? Come on, get to the Saints already. Steelers. The offensive line needs some help.
Also playing at Vanderbilt. Now the Colts have worked on the pass rush quickly, immediately, and eventually Dayo Odeyingbo is able to heal, and he will be able to.
But who are they going?
Well, the Colts, you see their draft right now, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. They are on the clock, and they didn't waste much time. The Steelers have their.
I needed time to sleep on it.
It's the great Franco Harris.
Here we go. No pun intended to the Steelers thing.
And here we go, Steelers! Yes, Steelers, here we go. With the 55th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, Pittsburgh Steelers select Pat Freiermuth from Penn State University, tight end. Here we go.
Okay, Pat Freiermuth finally comes off the board.
You know what an immaculate reception is for Pat Freiermuth?
He never dropped the tight end in 3 years. He never dropped the passing years. Wow.
Future star going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Can't be any better than that. Prior move. In an era where we have tight ends that like to flex out, almost act as wide receivers. Here's an old school, just traditional tight end at 6'51". That's not old school because he can block. He can play in line, but as Reese has touched on, he has.
Wow, that guy's got some serious physicality to him. Traditional tight end right there. I like that. Pittsburgh's got a good one.
One area he's going to continue to grow and get better and keep that physicality. But guys, he has soft hands, played basketball growing up. You can see that movement.
He reminds me of Jimmy Graham. Pat Fryermuth is how I call him. Reminds me a little bit of Jimmy Graham.
Of course he's an inline guy. You don't have any skilled guys in the state of Massachusetts. That's exactly what we produce coming out of high school in Massachusetts. And you produce two-time captain. Yes, tough guy, all the things. Yeah, all the things. Oh, man.
Elijah Molden out of Washington is still there. Chaz Surratt, Hunter Long. Still got plenty of good options, and they're probably going to trade up from 98. I'm still banking on them trading up from 98. Greg Olsen retired. They're probably going to go tight end. Probably Brevin Jordan. That would make sense. Give Russell Wilson a reliable athletic target that can get down the field. Give them checkdowns. Brevin Jordan would be my guy. Hunter Long and Tommy Tremble were good, but Brevin Jordan gives you a little bit more. In terms of receiving, that is. If you want to go a blocking tight end, then I definitely would go. It's a close race between Hunter Long and Tommy Tremble, but I would go Tommy Tremble. Tommy Tremble is probably the best blocking tight end. He loves his blocking game. Pat Fryermuth gives you a little bit of both. He's definitely traditional. Tommy Tremble gives you more blocking. Brevin Jordan gives you more passing. Trey McKitty still on the board. Underrated tight end out of Georgia.
Americans, beer drinkers. I asked for immediate consideration of the Bud Light Summer Skinny. Highlights included Bud Light giveaway sports tickets, beer, and music for people across the
All right. Seattle got their pick in. Jeremiah Jones says he feels bad they took Samuel and John. Look, Asante Samuel was the big hit. I was high on Asante Samuel. All right, that's pain right there. But Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah was never coming to the Saints, and we deluded ourselves into thinking that. I don't think Owusu-Koramoah was a guy they were looking at from the get-go. I think that was just us and what he was able to do. But I don't think that was the guy the Saints were looking at. And when I really consider what's going on.
In the next generation, deal with mental health. More love, more patience, and understanding that mental health is everything.
I battled with anxiety and depression for about 3 years. I would be fearful about things that I had no control over.
There goes my Don't worry. It's all right. With all the corners that's still falling, it's very possible we can get one at 60. Or they fall even further. They could trade up from 98 to get a corner. They could go receiver here, but I wouldn't be mad either way. Corner then receiver. They got to do it one of those two ways. Or they go linebacker. Hey, cool. But like I said, I'm just temper expectations a little because we know the Saints like to do this type of shit. They like to get guys we've never heard about or at a position we probably don't even want to beef up. So let's see. Let's see what happens. I'm tempering expectations so I don't act a fool again on this live stream. There's no way in hell am I acting a fool again on this live streams. Not happening. Shout out to everybody, man. The dream's coming true out here. What I wouldn't do to play in the NFL, I loved it. I would have loved it. I really would have.
Seahawks to the festivities, making their first pick of the night. And my buddy Max Strong from Brookstone.
No way was Seattle trading back. This is their very first pick of the night. No way were they trading back.
With the 56th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Dwayne Eskridge.
Fuck! Oh, shit. Seattle. Oh, Seattle, you sons of bitches. Took my guy. Seattle took my guy. They took Dwayne Eskridge. But why would they need Dwayne Eskridge? They have the best. They have Tyler Lockett locked in. They have DK Metcalf. Why would they need a receiver? That's crazy. Seattle took my guy. Might get Jabril Cox. We might. We might.
Down the field. Only 3 picks for the Seahawks in this draft. Won't have another. That was up later tonight. Round 4, 129 pick overall. But Dwayne Eskridge going there.
That's crazy. They took my dude. They took my dude. They took Dwayne Eskridge. Dwayne Eskridge was my number 1 guy. And Seattle took him. Ain't that some shit? See you sons of bitches. Jabril Cox. Let's talk about it. Here we go. The Rams are on the clock now.
Ronnie Perkins, to me, is a really good football player. I think he's going to come off the board quickly. One of the best hitters, and sideline to sideline, run defenders coming out of Missouri. Carlos Bassett's versatile out of Wake Forest. Tutu Atwell's undersized but explosive. And Terrace Marshall, if you're looking for 6'2.5", but a guy who can get vertical, Marshall's your guy. Yeah, he's still a teammate of his, Jabril Cox.
Brevin Jordan's falling down the boards. Still tempering my expectations. Still tempering my expectations.
We've had 8 off in this round so far. It's not really interesting. The last 9 you went so heavily in skill positions that now the better linemen went off really quickly here in the second round so far. The Rams taking for the first time tonight, just as the
oh boy, this will be interesting. Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, you saw center side linebackers another spot. We just talked to him, Nick Bolton. I think he'd be a great fit. Jabril Cox, as you mentioned, Kirk.
If Jabril Cox ends up going to the Rams, help us. Lord help the Saints Twitter if they get Jabril Cox before the Saints do. This man has a picture of Roger Goodell in his room. The man has a picture of Roger Goodell in his room. Why did they have a guy? Why did they have? They really got. Wow. Patrick Jones is still there. I would have taken Patrick Jones. That was my guy for a defensive end. Patrick Jones was my guy. Chris Rumpf. I've never heard of him. Elijah Molden is still the best available for Todd, in Todd's opinion. I still go Ifeatu Melifonwu, Aaron Robinson. Ifeatu Melifonwu is now my one choice. Or Paulson Adebo. Paulson Adebo's still there. They added Raheem Morris and Deshaun Jackson.
To back up Tom Brady until for the Tom 4 years. Tom finishes playing in the 2020.
Center, defensive end, linebacker, safety. Todd's team needs. Who do y'all think the Rams going to go here? This is one guy. This is one team where I don't see too many holes at. I don't see too many holes here. Carolina's ahead of us again. Watch them be petty. Watch them be petty for the second night in a row.
In the 2021 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Rams select Tutu Atwell, wide receiver, Louisville.
Tutu Atwell was another guy that was on my board. That's more of a luxury pick.
You see where he got his nickname. But one of the things that he's been able to do is develop relationships and make a.
So they might have seen. The Cardinals take Rondale Moore. They seen Seattle take. Who did Seattle take again? Who did Seattle take again? I missed it. Oh, I forgot. I know they took a receiver. Cardinals took Rondale Moore. Seattle took who? Pat Freiermuth? Remind me, please. But Rams got Tutu Atwell. Yikes. They are really loading up on receivers over there. That's nuts. Now, defensive end, linebacker for Kansas City. They're probably going to go Nick Bolton here. They're probably going to go Nick Bolton. I wouldn't be surprised if Kansas City goes Nick Bolton. Dwayne Eskridge, thank you. Yeah, they took Dwayne Eskridge. So Seattle took Dwayne Eskridge. Cardinals took Rondale Moore, and now they take Tutu Atwell. Nutty. Really nutty. San Francisco is in trouble. I'm like, wow. Oh, that's cute right there. Shout out to Tutu right there, man. The Tutu was another guy I would have preferred. Esdras was definitely a guy I would have preferred. You still have Nico Collins. You got Tyler Wallace. You got Tyler Vaughns. Jonathan Adams Jr. from Central Arkansas. Still plenty of good receivers for the Saints to look at. They got Anthony Schwartz and Terrace Marshall. They may go Terrace Marshall to replace the receiver. They probably were going to replace Sammy Watkins. But plenty of good receiver stuff for the Saints to look at. Plenty of good sleeper receivers. Tyler Walsh is falling down the board. Tyler Vaughn's falling down the board. Nico Collins, a lot of good receivers still. They could probably trade up for one of them. Yikes! This is something.
With their family and friends, the emotions. They got a great player, and he couldn't have picked a better scheme to go and play in as a slot receiver, going to have a chance to play with Sean McVay. Matthew Stafford was going to be re-energized with his career. It'll be exciting to see how they utilize him and get him in space. He reminds me a little bit like Tim.
Here we go. Picks in for the Chiefs.
Undersized, but so explosive. Yeah, very undersized and less than 160, but
I swear they go Terrace Marshall or Nick Bolton here. His Twitter is already in shambles. All right.
Waiting on us in Cleveland and the Kansas City Chiefs fans. They sort of shrugged their shoulders about the whole first round and said, the draft starts tomorrow night, which is now. The Chiefs, with their first pick of this draft, here's Will Shields.
Here we go. They've already adjusted tackle spots.
The 2021 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Nick Bolton, linebacker, University of Missouri.
Here we go. Nick Bolton. I figured it. Nick Bolton. Ooh, L. Nick Bolton's gone. Oh, boy.
My favorite hit of the entire past 2 years of studying tape is Nick Bolton. 4-1 Jennings from 2019. Thought, this is easy. I guess I'm from the Wildcat. I'm going to take it in. Easy score.
Here we go. Saints are coming up really soon. Here we go. Carolina's on the board. Nick Bolton. I would have loved to see Nick Bolton alongside Demario Davis. That head of hair would be lethal. I love that head of hair on Nick Bolton. Two Lions going at it. Marshall can come to us. I wouldn't mind Terrace Marshall. I would not mind Terrace Marshall. I would not mind Terrace Marshall at all.
It's time to look forward. Shampoo in color.
I look forward to having a reasoned and calm discussion where we all understand and listen to one another after the pick. Just like last night. Nick Underhill's trolling. Oh, boy. All right, now who Carolina got? Oh, but that sucks. Nick Bolton would have looked great in black and gold. He would have looked great in black and gold. I would have loved him. I would have loved him alongside Demario Davis.
Riding a bike should be a really fun experience. We make low-maintenance bicycles for everyday riders. We're coming off a great.
Remember, temper expectations. Temper your expectations. They're going to pick a guy we've never heard of. So my expectations are low. And I'm prepared to start looking through YouTube, looking for film on this dude, whoever it may be. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it. They took Carlos. No, they didn't take Carlos Basham. They took J.C. Horn in round 1. Are they really going to continue going defensive line here? They need offensive line help.
Benefit from growth potential with a level of protection from market volatility to help you follow your plans wherever they take you. Lighthouse Financial, build for what's.
I really would have loved him. I would have loved Nick Bolton, bro. He plays a lot like Demario Davis. Creed Humphrey for the Panthers. That'd be fine if that happened. We missed out on that linebacker. If you're talking about Jabril Cox, look, I understand. Like I said, I'm tempering my expectations. If they miss out on Jabril Cox, Lord Almighty, pray. Everybody's going to lose their mind. But at this point, nothing surprises me. Nothing is going to surprise me. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Equipment, technology, and trained professionals that can eliminate
Oh boy, this the suspense. Watch Carolina be petty again. They've already took J.C. Horn from us because they know we needed a corner. Watch them be petty again. Watch them be petty.
1 in 3 Black, Latino, and American Indian Alaska Native families lack the home internet access needed.
The Saints are on the clock, are they?
The Education Trust helps close opportunity gaps that disproportionately affect students of color and underserved communities. Help everyone stay connected. Donate now to
Oh Lord.
help close the digital divide.
What Saints we're talking about?
Our nonprofit partners, or to make a donation, please visit NFL.com/draftathon. 59th pick of this draft is on the clock at the moment. That belongs to the Cowboys.
Who are they taking?
First round, 8th overall pick. They took J.C.
Let me turn chat off.
He was the first defensive player taken off the board. In fact, it was the latest in draft history that we waited for the player to be selected. So, what will Matt Rule and Panthers do with their second pick of this draft? With the 59th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Terrace Marshall Jr., wide receiver, LSU. He found him.
Of course they would. They would. Terrace Marshall. Classic Carolina. Classic Carolina. They're doing everything to spike the Saints this year. I mean, everything. I'm not looking at chat yet. Tempering expectations. Here we go. We're pick is in already. Why would they need a quarterback? They can get a third string quarterback in the late rounds.
Athletic, great legs. I think his greatest attribute is not underneath, it's downfield. I think he may have the most natural ball.
They stay petty.
Going downfield on the final ball is using body control for that size and timing up and being able to up and over Dennis, defensive backs, and be able to make big plays. Big pickup for Sanzardo and Joe Brady in this offense. The Bears have a big-time catch radius. They're a 4-4-2, moving for a guy 6'3", 25 catches on 44 contested balls the last 21 years. That's great for a guy 6'3".
They took Peyton Turner in round 1. Oh boy.
He's very comfortable in either position. I like this pick. Yeah, the first thing that jumped out to me when I watched tape on him, he accelerates for a longer guy. He accelerates so fast down the field. That's slightly, he slid a miss in our drive.
Here we go. Here we go. Expectation is tempered. Tempered. Not getting too excited. I mean, look. They have already.
That's tells you a lot about him right there, man. That's great. I'm glad he's getting his opportunity there. He's had victories, very serious injury. How about to make him pick the Saints?
Here we go. Here we go.
With the 60th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Pete Werner, linebacker, Ohio State.
Hey, I'm fine. Hey, let's go. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Turn up. Hey, I'm fine. I'm fine with that, bro. Pete Warner is underrated. I'm fine with that. Pete Warner's underrated. First team all Big Ten. That guy's serious. I love that. That's really good. I'm fine with Pete Warner. Let's go, bro. That's a need. I'm fine with that.
He's a guy that's going to flash all the time on the highlights. He's just going to do things like that. He's going to do his job, and he's going to do a lot of different jobs within that defense when he takes the step to the next level.
No, I'm fine with Pete. Guys, relax. Guys, look. Yes, he can cover. Pete Warner can cover. He can play the run. He can play the pass. Go look up his tape. I encourage everybody to go look up Pete Warner's tape. He's really good. I'm very happy with this. I'm fine with this. I'm very, very fine with this. Now, it really gets dicey for the Saints. This is why you temper your expectations. I'm with Pete Warner. Pete Warner was a guy that really came alive. Pete Warner is a guy who really stepped up for the Ohio State defense when they needed somebody to make big plays. He's not the flashiest guy, but he gets in his job. He does his responsibility. He gets the job done. I'm all for Pete Warner. I'm all for it. I'm looking forward to it. Can he cover and get burnt? He can cover. Go look up his tape. Don't believe my words. Go see for yourself. And let's say he doesn't come to this team. He doesn't cover, right? DeMar goes right back to his weak linebacker spot. He can cover. So either he covers and he can do a pretty good job, or Demario Davis covers and he plays in that Mike position. He gets after the run. He gets after the quarterback. I'm fine with this. This isn't a bad pick. This really isn't. It's not a bad pick. Now, what the Saints are going to have to really look at is trading up from 98 because a lot of talent is going to be off the board, and you need to adjust the cornerback position. This is where I'm expecting the Saints to trade up for the 98 spot. This is where I'm expecting that the later round picks can still be of some value where you're trading up from 98. This is where I'm looking forward to. Can the Saints trade up from 98 and get their corner? Can they get their corner via trade up? This is where I'm expecting the Saints to really trade up at. And you can still get a receiver from pick number 133. You can get your receiver from the 4th round. But look, I'm all for Pete. So Warner better than Jabril Cox. That's tough. That's a tough question. I don't know. I would have to do my due diligence better. I would have to do my due diligence and really compare the tape between Jabril Cox and Pete Warner. I had to do my comparison, so I can't give you an answer right now. Otherwise, I'd still look like a fool. But I still love Pete Warner. He still was a guy on my list that I would prefer the Saints to take. He was a guy that really stood out when Ohio State was having bad performances. Pete Warner was a good flash. He's not just a good flash. He was consistent alongside Tommy Togiai, the defensive tackle. So I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at it. It's not Jabril Cox, but it's not a bad pick either. And you know for the fact that the Saints love their Ohio State Buckeyes. They love their Ohio State Buckeyes. This isn't a surprise. This isn't a surprise. Taking over 5 guys in their tenure between Mickey Loomis and Sean Payton. They're taking over 5 guys from Ohio State. I'm fine with this. I really am.
In the 2021 draft, the Buffalo Bills select Carlos Basham Jr. from Wake Forest University, defensive end.
So that got Gregory Rousseau and Carlos Basham Jr. They're really setting their edges this year. They're setting their edges this year. So we got a lot of tape to potentially look at going forward. I think a receiver is going to be a day 3 pick. Pick 133, day 3. I think a wide receiver is going to be a day 3 pick there. But Carlos Basham was a guy I did a video on. He's really good. Got a fly in here. Ain't that some shit? The Packers are in already. Wide receiver, linebacker, DT. They watch the Packers go Jabril Cox just to spite us. Pete Warner. Look, I'm fine with this. I'm very satisfied.
Fred was the baby, she was holding up and he started dancing. He doesn't dance so much anymore these days. They're hoping he'll dance in the backfield for Buffalo. Now, the Green Bay Packers are on the clock. If you were with us last night, you know that Aaron Rodgers has expressed.
I mean, let's look at some measurables for Pete Warner real quick. Pete Warner is 6'2", 238 pounds. He's got with 4.59 speed. The man has some literal lateral quickness. He's a weak side linebacker. He's got some versatility to him. We all know Saints love the versatility, and he has good play recognition. Those are some optimistic traits from Pete Warner. I'm fine with this.
The Packers fans up front, we're not done yet, so I'm letting y'all know we get one. So with that being said, the 2nd pick of the 2021 NFL Draft, Green Bay Packers select Josh Myers, center, Ohio State. Go Blue.
Josh Myers, they get a center. I'm not surprised. I'm really good with this. Dylan Moses, not a guy. I wouldn't go Dylan Moses. The Chiefs are on the clock again. But do the Saints trade up? This is where everything changes. Do they trade up? Their pick is in. Jacksonville could be a good spot to trade up at.
But he's also strong. His tape grew on me the more I watched with the mobility and the agility that he brought to the game.
The slide at Miamisburg High School down in the Dayton, Ohio area.
Here we go.
About it, we get done with the production meeting with getting ready for a big game. They always been sending him in. What an incredible.
Pete Warner isn't a sexy pick, okay? We all know Pete Warner isn't a sexy pick, but he's efficient. He's really efficient. DeMario Davis is a good guy to learn under. Pete Warner's going to be fine. He's going to be good. He's going to be good. Now they really need to trade up and take a defensive back. They need their number 2 corner. They can't go into the offseason without one. Well, they can't go into training camp without one. They need a corner. They're going to have to trade up. There's no mistake about it. Okay, they've addressed linebacker. Now they need to address corner and then wide receiver day 4 or day 3. Why I keep saying day 4? I keep thinking round 4, but it's day 3. I like look. Go look at his tape. Just go look at his tape, guys.
With the 63rd pick in the 2021 draft.
Me and that go hold the island down. Says CD Deuce. Y'all be calm. Creed Humphrey, the center from Oklahoma. Would y'all like to see CJ Gardner-Johnson play on the outside? I wouldn't mind it. So is CJ Gardner-Johnson going out here saying they go hold the island down? What does that say?
Sweaty sleepers aren't too crazy about me. It's not my fault that people sleep hot.
You must be pretty popular because we've got a lot of fans.
It's a Casper snow mattress. Hyper-light sheets.
Very underrated guy. I will do a little bit of film watching with you guys on Pete Werner. Okay, we'll add that to the list after we take some looks at Peyton Turner.
It's time for fresh food that belongs in the fridge next to our food. Now, who's hungry? Fresh Pepper.
Want anything?
No, I'm good there.
Can I get a coat of pepper with cheese? Make that too?
Thank you.
Hey, but I thought you said you got two.
I don't get it at McDonald's. We buy one of your bags of quarter pounder with cheese and another item for just $1.
This is Peacock.
Subscribe it, please.
It's streaming.
It's for free.
It's your favorite shows.
Like Goosebumps. Feel it.
It's movies, live events, the latest news, and exclusive originals. It's Michael, Minions, McGuire, main events, and much.
New Orleans Saints, Buckeyes, Ohio State Saints. Yeah, that's a fair comparison.
So with your home and auto bundle, you'll save money and get round the clock protection.
Sounds great.
Sure does.
Shouldn't something, wacky be happening right now? We thought people could use a break. We've all been through a lot this year. That makes sense.
Here's a fun stat. Here's some fun stats. Here's some fun stats for everybody. Pete Werner in four years with Ohio State. In 4 years with Ohio State, Pete Werner has amassed 26 total pressures. 26. He's accumulated 176 total tackles. Spread that out over 4 years, and what do you got? You do the math. He allowed a 78.5 passer rating, and he forced 3 fumbles. A 78.5 passer rating allowed. That's really good when you're playing the weak side linebacker. He amounts 176. I'll do the math for you guys. As a matter of fact, I'll do the math. I got my handy dandy calculator. So 176. He amounted 44 tackles. He amounted 44 tackles on average in his 4-year tenure with Ohio State. With the New Orleans Saints, that would put him in the top 5. That would put him at number 3 or number 4. So if he can translate that type of production from Ohio State to the Saints, you're looking at a top 5 tackler for this team. Okay, so let's not sleep on Pete Werner here. And a 78.5 passer rating, where you're playing weak side, that's really good. It's not sexy, but it's really good. That's why I'm very happy that they addressed a big need. And this is really telling that Zach Bond isn't really developing like they thought they would. And I expected that. I expected that the moment they drafted him. But Terrace Marshall taken by Carolina, that's a very petty move. It's a petty move. There's no mistake about it. It's a petty move. Carolina strikes again with a petty move. Now the Tampa Bay Bucks. Aline McNeil could go. Jabril Cox is still on the board. Chaz Surratt's still on the board. Minnesota could get Jabril Cox. Go alongside Eric Kendricks. You just never know. Jacksonville could be another trade. Could be another potential trade for them. Jacksonville's got plenty of picks to work with. They've already gotten a handful of their guys. They've gotten Travis Etienne. They got Trevor Lawrence. They could even trade with Minnesota again. Let's see who the Bucks get. If they go 133rd overall to get a receiver,
they have to end the trade, so they're sitting here in the 64 hole and get a chance to possibly grab them. He reminds me of a former Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback who won a Super Bowl there, Brad Johnson. Remember that's my boy. 6'5".
But I want the Saints to trade up. I'm expecting the Saints to trade up still. I'm going to trade up. No way they sit that far and wait for a corner. They need a CB2. No way they wait that far. No way they drop. It's impossible. And they said their board is relatively small on top of the fact that they need to, it's a priority for them.
Off the board, but the pick is in for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Was that Bruce Arians? Was that Bruce Arians under all that? That had to have been Bruce Arians, right?
On behalf of the NFL, we'd like to thank you for your Midwestern hospitality while we've been here. It's a great pleasure. I'm here to represent the 2021 Super Bowl champion, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. On behalf of the Glazer family, Brian Ford and the administrative staff.
Man, you don't get this over with. I like the peak winner. I like the peak winner pick too. It addresses the need. He's very efficient. He can get lateral speed. I like it. I really do. Pete Warner's a very, very underrated guy. A lot of people on Saints Twitter are getting mad because it's not Jabril Cox.
On behalf of the Buccaneers, with the 64th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Kyle Trask, quarterback, Florida. And just as Maria Jesse and David were talking about the class, second round pick,
Oh, I can't wait for Tom Brady to leave. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait. Oh. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, Bucks. Oh, I can't wait. Oh man, oh, I can't wait. Oh, Oh, oh Lord. Oh, this is going to be great. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for Tom to leave. Oh, the Bucs are going to regret this one. Oh.
The Jacksonville Jaguars select Andre Cisco, defensive back, Syracuse.
Andre Cisco. Oh. Yes. 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 Oh, this is going to be a fun new era in the NFC South. Oh, and I cannot wait. Kyle Trask to the Bucs. Oh, this is going to be good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's fucking go. Oh, this is going to be fucking great. The Vikings are on the board. Are on the clock. The Tampa Bay Bucs selected The Tampa Bay Bucs selected Kyle Trask. Kyle Trask, the quarterback out of Florida. They selected Kyle Trask out of Florida. Oh, this is going to be great. This is going to be great. Oh, when Tom Brady leaves the Bucs, is going to be legendary. I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, this is going to be so good. They're going to have fun picking Kyle Trask apart, bro. I'm so excited. Oh, this new era of football for the NFC South is going to be very fun. Oh, man. Oh, man. Kellen Mond is our next pick. I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm still thanks to trade up to get their second, to get their CB2. The Houston Texans could select Kellen Mond. He plays a little similar to John Watson. Maybe. Oh, man. Kyle Trask. Oh.
Carl.
Oh, man. Look, CD Deuce already out there tweeting. Oh, man. Look, Pete Warner was first team all Big Ten last year. Pete Warner is very underrated. Oh, man. Yes. I'm very, very excited for Kyle Trask. Welcome to the NFC South, Kyle Trask. You're going to have a fun time next year when Tom Brady leaves. A very, very fun time. A very fun time. CD Deuce is my friend. Let's go. So, as it stands, assuming Jameis Winston wins against Taysom Hill in training camp, you've got a new era of quarterbacks in 3 of 4 teams. You've got Jameis Winston, Sam Darnold, Kyle Trask, Matt Ryan. He will officially be the oldest quarterback in the NFC South. Oldest quarterback in the NFC South come next year. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. The Houston Texans.
And who have been struggling and not struggling in Minnesota on the clock right now. Fans decided to see who will be on their
I'm very happy with it. Let's go. I'm for it. I'm for it. If you guys want to check out Pete Warner's live interview, it's on right now on the official New Orleans Saints YouTube channel.
With the 66th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Jalen Mayfield, quarterback, Texas A&M. The man who made his living getting after
Kellen Mond goes to the Minnesota Vikings. Kirk Cousins is in trouble. Kirk Cousins is in trouble. Oh man. Kellen Mond is in trouble. Not Kellen Mond. Kirk Cousins is in trouble, guys. Need his replacement, Kellen Mond. I can always have to work with Kellen Mond. Okay, I respect him.
Yeah, listen, he was inconsistent early in his career, but I thought he got better and better. And I thought Jimbo Fisher.
Texans already got their pick in. A couple of teams coming up I can see as potential trade partners for the New Orleans Saints. Cincinnati's coming up. They've already addressed wide receiver, addressed the offensive line. They could trade back here. I wouldn't be surprised, and I would really much be looking forward to it.
So this guy's a really good player. I'm excited to see how he's developed. He's in a good situation to take time to develop.
I think this past year, not only the team, but I thought it was his best year because of the maturity that he showed as a leader. Made great decisions. They only threw 3 picks. And you brought up Jimbo Fisher. I think Jimbo Fisher does as good a job as anybody who's quarterbacks, scoring them. The fact he has
I was going to be Poppy. Really fun, Poppy. Who they got? They need a receiver. They need a receiver for Deshaun Watson. They need to replace that with some good talent. Carolina's quickly becoming a rotating rival in the NFC South. I hate Atlanta, but Carolina's quickly rising up the board. First J.C. Horn, now Terrace Marshall. They have Petty in their veins just from last year. I can understand getting them back by taking J.C. Horn, but now you take Terrace Marshall, Petty. And one spot before the Saints, too. They know it. They know it, too. They know it. But hey, we got Big Pete. I'm fine with Pete. Oh well, Jamie Newman. Man, stop playing, man. You tripping, bro. DeMario Davis is set to announce a pick for the New Orleans Saints. I forgot. He's supposed to be in round three guy to announce for the New Orleans Saints. That's been set to happen.
24 years later, that man has to his wife. I just found that out right across stage. So his wife's love. Cleveland, what's happening? I'm going to take 10 seconds to tell y'all a quick story. My dad is from New York. But he loves the Cleveland Browns. When I was a kid growing up, the Brownies this, the Brownies that. All
right, come on, man.
When I got drafted
Watch them take Jabril Cox. Just watch. And watch Saints Twitter just erupt in a meltdown.
With the 67th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, my Houston Texans select Davis Mills, QB from Stanford.
Oh, Davis Mills goes to Tech. They just drafted Deshaun Watson's replacement potentially. All that between Deshaun Watson, they probably just drafted his replacement. If Deshaun Watson sits out, if Deshaun Watson still wants to trade, they're going with Davis Mills. That's interesting. I like the pick too. Pete Warner is really good. Cox still on the board. Or what if his medical's checking out? That's a good question. But the Falcons could take him here. The Falcons already have their pick in. Carolina's getting a lot of picks. They've already had a lot of picks so far. They've already had the third pick in the early rounds. I think they're going to go running back. I think they're going to go running back and take Puka. I think they're going to go running back and take Puka Williams. I think the Falcons are going to take Puka Williams, the running back. Puka Williams is very versatile. He can be physical in the run game. He also can give you some receiving out of the backfield. I think Puka Williams is going to be the Todd Gurley replacement. Or they could go Patrick Jones the second and replace Takk McKinley. But I do believe Puka Williams could be a move here for the Falcons. They need to, and they let go of Ito Smith. So anybody that's not a running back would be kind of foolish at this point. They're probably going to go Puka Williams. It's what I would do. You let go of Ito Smith. You don't have a run game, even with Ito Smith and Todd Gurley last year. Puka Williams is a move for me. Jalen Mayfield. Okay, you address the offensive line. You still no running back. Jalen Mayfield. Okay. 18 career starts out of Michigan. Jalen Mayfield. Yes, he does. And that's why I love the pick. It addresses the need. I love it. Bengals are on the clock. They could trade back here. This could be a trade partner. Nope. Already they got the pick in. Bengals ain't wasting no time. Hunter Long. Look, Brevin Jordan is falling down the board, guys. If Brevin Jordan ends up going to the Saints, that'd be an A+ pick.
Chad Surratt, the linebacker, and then Hunter Long is the tight end out of Boston College. Amari Rodgers.
Amari Rodgers as well? Look, I forgot about Amari Rodgers. Amari Rodgers is also here. Look, I'm not too worried about receiver. They got plenty of weapons. Amari Rodgers is still a guy. But we need a corner here. Carolina's not trading with the Saints, ever. But they could trade with the New York Giants.
Offensive lineman. Let's see what the Bengals do here for the 69th overall pick.
Let's go. They could go with Lee McNeil. Let's see what they got.
With the 69th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select Joseph Osai, linebacker, Texas.
Okay, Joseph Osai, he's a really He's a good edge rusher. He's a good outside linebacker. He can get to the quarterback. I'm fine with that. Shouts out to Joseph Osai. I talked about him yesterday. I mean, I vented. I talked about him yesterday. First team all Big 12, that guy. He's really good. He's an outside linebacker. I'm fine with that. Shouts out to Joseph Osai. Jabril Cox still on the board. Chaz Surratt, Jabril Cox, they're falling down the board. Someone's going to take a chance on them. They got to. Did they not like what Jabril Cox did during his second pro day? Is that why he's falling down the board? Like, what's going on there? Chaz Surratt's, I can kind of understand. He's still limited, but
Tailor-made or one-size-fits-all. Made to order or ready to go. With a hybrid, you don't have to choose. That's why insurers are going hybrid with IBM. With Watson on a hybrid cloud, they can use AI to help predict client needs and get the data they need to quickly design coverage for each one. Businesses that want personalization and speed are going with a smarter hybrid cloud using the technology and expertise of IBM.
Nice company to you.
Panthers got their pick in. Let's see how petty the Carolina Panthers can be right now. I swear they ain't not getting Jabril Cox. Just watch. If they get Jabril Cox, it is the epitome of petty.
The original stuff price, just $11.99. No one else beats it. Every terrain on Earth. This is Choctopia.
Measurable, off the chart. Strong frame, wide body, performance good, 702 horses, supercharged V8, runs to 0 to 60 in 4.6.
It's 4.5 actions.
Is that right?
Well then,
congrats.
I wish they would. I wish Carolina would go Jabril Cox. I wish they would. No way. There would be petty all around. I wish they would.
let's raise those neighborhood favorites and the families who run. Let's raise all the kitchen heroes. And the servers and bartenders too. Also, let's raise some surprises. This Cinco, we're continuing our support of all those who raised us up.
When you walk together, you make a statement. Is this about your legacy? No, it's about our legacy.
Come on, man. Come on. There we go. Imagine CJ Gardner-Johnson playing on the outside, though. That'd be crazy. If CJ Gardner-Johnson can master playing on an island, he'd be the best defensive back of the draft of his draft class. He would be the best defensive back of his draft class. He can master playing on the outside. He's already the best slot corner.
Jalen Mayfield going to Michigan, Joseph Osai going to Cincinnati, and then Brady Christensen, an offensive lineman for
Hunter Long and Tommy Trimble are still on the board. Brevin Jordan has fallen. I'm surprised he's fallen this far.
I think these players, these opportunities that they get, I think coming out of certain systems allows them to play a little bit quicker, maybe pick up systems a little bit quicker.
Are they banking on? This is interesting. No trades have happened. Everybody's locked in.
Outstanding. Yeah. He was great in the Oklahoma State game, too. Maybe the best win of Texas season this past year. Counting on him for that type of production. And Brady Christensen, a veteran offensive line at BYU.
Ali McNeil still on the board also. The guys up north, the New York took Azeez Ojulari and Kadarius Toney. Who they got next? Probably be for the offensive line here. Is that the move?
With the 71st pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Aaron Robinson, defensive back, UCF.
Okay, Aaron Robinson comes off the board. That was another name for a potential CB2. Okay, but it's still a feature nullifiable. There's still Benjamin St. Juste. There's still Shamar Jean Charles. There's still some good DBs on the board.
Yeah, he is. I think he can play inside or the slot, which is 5'11 and a half, 186 pounds. They're not afford every other quarterback in this. Yeah, exactly. But I like how he does a great job with the balls in the air and rotating it.
Giants got themselves a good one. They're really shaping up their defense.
He'll play a lot of different roles on it. His slot corner is becoming a position within itself in the league. It's like the versatility, not just to cover, be able to blitz, be able to play in space, run support. It's like a nickel overhead, whatever you want.
This is going to be really, really interesting now. The Lions have their pick. I still expect the Saints to trade up somewhere in the 80s and get their guy. Because they are fast. They are fast with this.
Hello. With the 72nd pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Ali McNeil, defensive tackle, NC State.
Okay, shouts out to Ali McNeil. That's definitely a Dan Campbell move. Selecting Ali McNeil, that's definitely a Dan Campbell move. Shouts out to Ali McNeil. He's going to Detroit, playing for a good one in Dan Campbell. You're going to have to use Ali McNeil to go alongside fighting against Aaron Jones and Dalvin Cook and David Montgomery. So that's a really good one. I like that. Ali McNeil shows up your interior, helping up against that run game. I like that. I like that. I like that for Detroit. I like that for Detroit. They don't need a quarterback. They don't need a quarterback. Here we go.
That's what we have here going on with the Philadelphia draft room right now. Eagles took Devontae Smith.
Excuse me. Here we go. Here we go.
The Philadelphia Eagles select Milton Williams, defensive end, Louisiana Tech.
Milton Williams, wow, he's really good. He's an underrated pick. Milton Williams. This is really good and really bad for the Saints. They have to play him again this year. Running game is going to be a little bit of a problem when they're going up the middle, as long as the offensive line holds. Milton Williams. Washington already has their pick in.
See what the Eagles have done. What do you think about the Eagles draft so far? Well, I mean, Devontae Smith was a huge get. They had to move up a little bit to go get him after he moved back. They got some good Loveland. They love Landon.
corners, and then now they bring in a versatile defensive lineman. So they kind of covered 3 areas that I thought they needed to really.
Here we go. Washington pick is in.
I mean, Devontae Smith, listen, Waddle's more explosive. Jalen Waddle out of Alabama, we all know it. And Jamar Chase is the most talented guy. But there's something about Devontae Smith and just the toughness that he brings. I think
Devontae Smith and Jalen Hurts is going to be an interesting connection right there. Football is going to be it's going to be must see this year, I believe, out of everything prior.
The Washington Football Club selects Benjamin St. Juste, defensive back, Minnesota.
Oh Lord, that was another guy. Benjamin St. Juste was another guy. I wouldn't mind on the Saints. So he's off the board. So you still have Paulson and Debo. You still have Afitu Melifonwu. You still have Shamar Jean-Charles. The good corners are flying off the board here. The Saints can't afford to wait at 98 to get their corner. They have to address it now. They have to trade up. They have to trade up and get their guy. Cowboys are definitely going to. Oh, their pick is in already. They need to find a trade partner. None of the good corners are going to be left. They have to address it. They have to trade up. DBs are flying off the board at this stage. You're picking in the late 90s. What are you hoping to get? What are you hoping to get?
JC tried game plays for the first time the other day.
Benjamin St. Juste would have been a good CB2.
You can always spot a first-time game plays user.
Walter, and you know Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance and a whole lot more. So what are you waiting for? World's strongest man, Martinez Leaxies, to help you break down boxes.
They're flying off the board.
Let me break it down for you. You're going down. Out of the recycling center.
Hey, thanks, Martinez.
You're welcome.
Geico, switch today and see all the ways you could save.
You just made it to the next round. What are you going to do next?
Irish finalists head to the most magical place on earth and perform your favorite Disney songs. American Idol Disney Night Live, ABC Sunday.
There is something for everybody who's here. Maybe you're going out with a family for a night. Maybe you just want to spend a Saturday at a baseball. There's anything and everything that you could possibly want at the RiaXIV Chapter. This is a place where people come to just relax and have fun and enjoy baseball and celebrate community and celebrate dreams together.
Go to GulfCoastWeekend.com to find other great videos and fun things to do. GulfCoastWeekend.com is your source for fun, food, and activities. Existing ceasefire customers, new ceasefire customers, now existing customers and new.
Here we go. Come on, get that to the draft, man. I still expect the Saints to trade up. I still expect the Saints to trade up here. They can't wait at 98. They need to trade up and get their corner. Like, they don't have a choice. They just saw Benjamin St. Juste go off the board.
This Checkers Candy Bacon Mother Crunch Chicken Sandwich is for Erin. She's been part of sweet rides. So Checkers added some sweet candy bacon. Bacon Mother Cruncher, Erin. You've heard it. Free delivery fee when you use our new rewards app.
I'm Jeff Barkley, pastor of Future Church. I'm inviting you to join us on LOX for Future Live. We will encourage you to equip you with practical tools to help you on your journey to know, love, and follow Jesus.
Here we go. Oh, shit. Hey, yo, guys. I called it. The Saints traded up. To number 76. I called it. I called this shit. They just traded up to number 76. They're after the Cowboys. Let's fucking go. I called it. I called this shit. Who they got in mind? They're going after somebody. I called the shit. I called it. They had to trade up from number 98 to get their corner back. They have to. So who they got? Come on, man. Corner. Please be a damn corner. I need it from number 98. It makes too much sense for them not to. Put some respect on my name. Let's go. Saints traded up from 98 to 76. I respect that fucking move. Who they got? Ifeatu Melifonwu, Elijah Molden. Elijah Molden's really good.
What's up, Cleveland? I'm here and with the 75th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Osa Zua, defensive tackle from UCLA.
Oh, he's a good one. He's a good one. He's a good one. But the Saints are on the clock. The Saints are on the clock. I called it. Put some respect on my fucking name. I called it. I knew they would trade up from 98. Made way too much sense not to.
Gary, well, Osa obviously is a very, very impressive fourth corner, but he really could have been a two-sport athlete. He's an impressive wrestler, but his dream school was UCLA. He didn't have the wrestling.
Who they got? Who you got, Saints? Who you got for us? Elijah Molden and Ifeatu Melifonwu? I'm happy with either. This got to be for a corner. This got to be for a corner. I'm not looking at chat yet. I have my chat hidden. I kind of know some of you guys have your TV, have your draft a little farther ahead. Mine by a couple of seconds, probably 15 seconds. So I have my chat covered. This got to be for a corner. This can't not be for a corner. 49-15, best in the NFL over the last 4 seasons. They can go wide receiver and pick 105. They need to address corner here. They would address all 4 needs in succession. Who they got? Who they got? Who you got for Saints? Tempering expectations. Tempering expectations. Tempering expectations.
I would say the biggest aspect in wrestling that always mental toughness and just getting yourself to the point where you're extremely tired and staying positive through all of that. Wrestling is one of the toughest sports in the world, hands down.
Who you got for us? Elijah Molden or Fonwu will be really good here. Or even Shamar Jean Charles. Just get a solid number 2 corner.
Okay, we were not able to talk since all the quarterbacks suddenly flew off the board. What stood out to you most?
Well, I think just the severity of the situation that these guys are going in, I think it's going to give them an opportunity to succeed. We saw 3 QBs go get 4 picks, but I think going in the 3rd round, these guys gives them an opportunity to go to a situation and sit back and learn.
Paulson Adebo. Let's go. We got Paulson Adebo. Yes, I'm happy with this. Paulson Adebo. Fucking go. I'm very happy with this. The Saints just picked up Paulson Adebo.
Took the job right away, but I think for all 3 of those guys, it's a great scenario being drafted at this point in the game.
It says right there, Paulson Adebo. Let's go. I'm happy with this.
You're not going to have to play right away. Now, the interesting thing will be Davis Mills, because you don't know what's going to happen with Deshaun Watson. But also with Davis Mills.
Paulson Adebo is a big pick. I love it. I love the fact that Paulson Adebo dropped so far. Very underrated corner. I'm very happy with this. Paulson Adebo, welcome to the New Orleans Saints. Welcome to the New Orleans Saints, Paulson Adebo. Let's go. There's the corner we've been waiting for. But the Saints traded the 98th pick and the 105th pick. So the Saints are done for the night unless they trade the rest of their picks to get into round 3. Oh, man, I don't know about that. The Saints traded their 98th pick and their 105th pick. The Saints traded their 98th pick and 105th pick. I'm fine with the 98th pick, but the 105th pick, that could have been a good one. I don't know. Unless they trade the rest of their picks.
Chargers select Josh Palmer, wide receiver, Tennessee.
That's interesting. 105th pick. The 98th pick I'm fine with, but you trade the 90. You trade your 105th pick. But hey, Paulson Adebo. Paulson Adebo is a really good corner. I'm not mad at that. But I kind of question the 105th pick there. You still could have gotten a really good corner. You could have gotten a good wide receiver there. But hey, look, they addressed linebacker. They addressed corner. They may be believing that they can get a diamond in the rough in the later rounds. They could. Hey, that's fine. Hey, look, I may be questioning the 105th pick trade, but I'm happy with it. I am. Okay, that's fine. Paulson Adebo to the New Orleans Saints. Pete Warner. These are two good picks. These are day one picks for the New Orleans Saints. You got the CB2 help. You got your linebacker help. I'm fine with it. This is a really good, like I said, this is a really good day two. The Saints really get aggressive here in day two. They showed it just then. Okay, I'm fine with that. Paulson Adebo, welcome to the Big Easy. And the Saints could trade the rest of the picks. They could trade the rest of them to get back to the top 100 and get a wide receiver, and then they'd be done. They could get a tight end. They could get Beverly Jones. We don't know yet. But they did say the draft board is pretty small. So we could see the rest of the picks go before day 3 comes around. It'd be interesting. It really would be. But Brevin Jordan's falling down the board. Las Vegas is back-to-back with 79 and 80. Wow. But look, overall, I give it a solid B. I give the Paulson Adebo a B. I give Pete Warner a B-. I'm disappointed they didn't even give the chance for the Saints to announce their pick. They just threw it up on the board. They threw it up on the board. Wow, that's petty. That's nutty. I'm fine with it. Let's go. Paulson Adebo, let's go. I'm happy with it.
Obviously playing in football. Not only did he play quarterback, he started. Like, that's 2017. He had 7 starts. Like, that's why he went there. Showed up. He's like,
and if they get Richard Sherman, if they manage to get Richard Sherman, Stanford star, to mentor the recent one to Paulson Adebo, that's a W. Now that's interesting.
He's got great speed, but he's tough. That's the thing that shocked me when I started. That's also why I do that, right? You do, okay, IQ-wise, he's going to be good, but his physicality in that position, you don't see quarterbacks as physical as Surratt. That really surprised me. I watched him play. Yeah, he was a runner-up. The ACC Defensive Player of the Year. I'm surprised Chad Surratt's going to have an opportunity now with the Minnesota Vikings.
But the Saints looks like the Saints are done for the night. Like, I gotta follow them.
Welcome to the Cheese Show. And the Cheese put on a performance like this, you might get to the crust and think, it's over. But no. Let's hear it for the encore.
I didn't even get to see Demario Davis announce it. I didn't get to see Demario Davis announce it.
Let's roll. What time I took my sidewalk over there?
Former receiver, really nice ball skills. Hyman's a processing IQ player, boundary corner with good hip flexibility, change of direction, agility, good athlete, massive hands, and nice play strength, says Big Deuce Wyndham, who I'm starting to learn a little bit of film study from.
It's time to look forward. Just ferment shampoo in color.
Gatorade Zero, all the electrolytes, zero sugar.
Pete Warner fell all the way to number 3, and the Saints got him. I'm fine with that. I'm very happy. I'm going to open up the right quick. Assuming the Saints are done, I'm going to open up the phone lines. I'll give it a couple picks in before we get out of here for the night and see what everybody else got going on for their opinions. But in terms of overall for night 2, I'm very happy with this. I'm very, very happy with this. You got top round 1, round 2 talent between Paulson Adebo and Pete Warner. Pete Warner is definitely round 2 material. Pete Warner is round 1 material. He's very, very good. They got 6'1 athlete. He plays similar to Marshawn Lattimore. He's great in man coverage. He's great in cover 3. He can play the zone. Paulson Adebo is the guy that is pretty much the best player available when it comes to defensive backs, the cornerbacks. So I'll give it a couple picks. Like I said, let you guys call in if you want to. Get you guys, and we'll be back tomorrow morning to review the overall draft and what I think of the picking these two in length. I'll have a little more notes as accurate as I possibly can for you guys. You guys form your own opinions off of that if you want to, or you can go form your own opinions. Okay, that's fine. You guys can educate me. I'm learning a little more about these guys. But as I can tell you right now, I'm very happy with night 2. Very happy with night 2. And Saints Twitter is too.
Every kid that's drafted has the dream of becoming a Hall of Famer. To do that, you have to accomplish longevity. How do you accomplish?
I'll give it 2 more picks in before we call it for the night, but I'm very happy. Very happy. Let's see what everybody else got to say.
No matter what. Continue to get better at your craft.
Back here in Cleveland, home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Las Vegas Raiders have 2 consecutive picks, number 79 and 80 overall, and there it is.
TJ Jones isn't live tonight. TJ Jones ain't live tonight.
The NFL draft. It'd be nice to know. It's a little brisk and windy here. We're having a great time, and the Raiders are too. And their second pick tonight.
This is really good. Let's go. Shamar Jean Charles is a good one. I can see the Raiders getting Shamar Jean Charles. They can get a Fitu Melifonwu. But I don't go. Fuck. We got Paulson Adebo. Debo. They may even go wide receiver here to contend with all the receiving threats. They may go Amari Rodgers. They may go. Who's the other receiver still available? They got Jordan. They can go tight end here. Trey McKitty. They got a lot of people.
Not only marriage, but you had we talked a lot tonight about Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
The pick here, because you already have Jonathan Abrams, the safety, you have the box safety, more physical. Mary Marion, who can come out for
each other well. And Merrick, I mean, he can move around. He can play a lot of different things. The Raiders really, I mean, they just, offensively, I think they're on the right path. Defensively, they're always up and down. They need more difference makers on that end of the ball.
A couple opportunities to get a couple of players back to back to perhaps refill that void as defensive playmakers, and they'll have more opportunities tomorrow. Rounds 4 through 6.
I'm happy.
NFL draft.
Happy. All right, we'll give it to the end of the Miami pick before we call it for the night, guys. We'll give it to the end of the Miami pick. See what they got going on.
Cleveland continues and wraps up tomorrow afternoon. Bengals fans dancing a little bit here. People are just excited to be outside, right? Yeah, they're getting together. They're just trying to stay warm. They're moving around. They probably looks like they're around too. Yeah, exactly. Good time to remind you too, you're with the 49er fans and all of the fans that are close to the stage area have been vaccinated. The NFL's been very diligent in its protocols, and the Vegas Raiders were the first to do things.
Is it? Oh, I miss his new music.
There we go. Hey, in all seriousness, rest in peace to the late great Willie Brown. I have the pleasure of carrying on this tradition with the Raiders and reminding everybody next weekend is Mother's Day. Call your mom, go drive, pick up groceries, tell her you love her, tell her you miss her. Take care of your moms, man. They run this thing. With that being said, with the 79th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Malcolm Kuntz, defensive end, Buffalo. We got another one for you right now. We got another pick. And with the 80th pick in the 2000.
Here we go. What they got?
The Las Vegas Raiders select Javon Diablo, linebacker, Virginia Tech.
Divine Diablo. He's a safety, not a linebacker.
Divine Diablo, he got his first name because they wanted to balance out the pronunciation of his last name. Divine for his given name.
2024 4 interceptions, tied most in the ACC. Wow.
Missed a couple of games and led the ACC with 4 interceptions. So you said the Raiders needed to take care of their defense, and they get a couple of guys to do it, including Malcolm Kuntz first. Yeah, Kuntz is an interesting player. He's not a developed player completely yet, but he is long levered. He's big. He's physical. I love his arm extension. Watch him. I haven't even seen his highlights, but I'm sure you're going to see the same things I saw on tape. His ability to kind of jack up offensive linemen, get off the block, and then finish the pass. There you go.
I'm very happy with this. Paulson Adebo is going to wreak havoc on the other side.
Edge of the run game, but bring him in, make him a pass rush specialist early in his career, and let him continue to develop. Because he's got that frame, he's got the length, he's got the ability to become it all makes me an every down play.
You just talked about how they need to upgrade the defensive side of the ball. You talked about Coach, but Diablo, I think, is a great fit.
Yeah.
We're just talking about American safety and how they have Abrams already.
This is a W. Night 2 was a W as we expected.
I'm going to be fascinated to see where he develops right in that defensive structure because he's big. I called the Clemson Virginia Tech game this past season. He made an interception on Trevor Lawrence where he came out of position because he just had a feel and he read the eyes of Lawrence and he came up with a huge interception in the red zone. I think he could almost play up in the line of scrimmage as a will linebacker, strong safety type of guy, but I think he's instinctive. He's got good size. He reacts quickly, very aggressive against the run. So this guy.
All right, we're going to take a look at Miami, and then we're out. Because they look at Miami, then we're out. But look forward to me learning how to do film study. We're going to watch a couple of tapes together. Probably not tomorrow, but most likely the day after, maybe even the day after that. I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you guys updated. You will know 24 hours prior to when I actually do it. First, we're going to be looking at Peyton Turner and what he can give to Saints defensive line. Then we're going to be looking at Pete Warner, and then we're going to be looking at Paulson Adebo in succession. Everybody in order in which the Saints draft is going to be getting looked at in terms of film, one on one day, one on another, so on and so forth, until we get through the entire draft class. And guys, you guys inform your own opinions. With every film guy, with every guy we watch film on, I feel like I'll get that much better in terms of learning how to dissect and understand what is going on, what they're doing wrong, what they're doing right. Not just me saying I'm optimistic, and I'll be giving extra content to the channel. So look forward to all that. Hunter Long, the second tight end, finally. All right, that's it. That's all for tonight, guys. Unless the Saints trade up again, which I doubt. Look forward to day 3, seeing what the Saints potentially do. We probably are not going to be staying for the entire 4th through 7th rounds. We're probably going to do like the first 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours, maybe even go maximum of 3 hours before we call it, because we're not going to stay that long. I mean, let's be honest. Who's going to stay that long to take and react to every single draft pick? I mean, it's nonsensical. But look forward to tomorrow. Enjoy tonight. Look up the tapes of Pete Warner and Paulson Adebo. Get yourselves excited because they are very much worth it. I'll see you guys a little bit for tomorrow in day 3. And as always, we bleed black and gold until we are dead and call. I will holler at y'all.